An auto race is more than cars running in circles. From the first beautiful entertainer to the last tired driver, it's a special event like nothing else in all of sports.
Donnie Allison in first. Where will Cale make his move? He comes to the inside. Donnie Allison throws the block. Cale hits him. He slides. Donnie Allison slides. They hit again. They drive into the turn. They're hitting the wall. They're head on the wall. They slide down to the inside. Let's watch those third place cars. It's a fight between Cale Yarborough and Donnie Allison. The tempers overflowing. They're angry. They know they have. He has the window net down, and Earnhardt continues to work on cleaning off the windshield of cars. Now Waltrip on the inside. Side by side. Down to the inside. Oh! 4 cars. There it goes.
There's Bodine into the fence. Joe Ruttman spins around. Who's going to win the race? Where's Kyle Petty? Darrell Waltrip's alongside of him.
There's the hook. Bang.
Earnhardt came down, caught the right rear of Darrell's car. There's Darrell Waltrip's Chevrolet, and it is torn.
Let's take a look at how he did it back in lap number 72. There you see Bodine in the 5. He gets trapped on a slow car. And as he gets trapped, Earnhardt just drives around in the dirt.
Goes through the dirt.
That's a good example of what Earnhardt will do to get him.
Feet away from the checkered flag. There it is. Davey Allison wins. Terry Labonte finishes second. Coming down off turn 4. And Earnhardt loses it, goes on the grass, comes back, and Elliott goes inside. And Earnhardt still got the lead. Incredible. He's the 500.
But Alan Kulwicki is coming off of corner number 4, knowing that he's winning the championship. There's the checkered flag for Alan. He's the champion for '92.
The third corner, he gets way down on the apron of the track, coming to the white flag. There's a leader change, and Labonte takes the lead.
And meanwhile, Ricky Rudd trying to
and Earnhardt spins him out.
Oh, man.
And Tony Stewart is involved in the crash, as is Mark Martin, Sterling Martin, and several others. Dale Earnhardt takes the checkered flag.
And Jimmy Spencer ran second.
Slow car's going to be in the way.
Just like a year ago, he's going to get him, though.
Here
He's
they
going to
come.
get him. Gordon got loose. It's Harvick.
Harvick by inches. Harvick by inches. Harvick by inches. What a race. What a finish.
How did Jeff Gordon hang on to that car that loose off turn 4?
Man. I think we got him. 29 car. You got him, buddy. Harvick, you got him.
Folks, this is Dale Earnhardt's car and team. And Kevin Harvick, the young man Richard Childress tapped, is doing a John Force down the front straightaway. Look at Kevin Harvick as the fans saluted Dale with the number 3 on the 3rd lap. Kevin Harvick salutes him on the way to victory lane.
If I was him, I'd run that thing out of gas riding around here.
What could be more fitting? What could be more special?
Turn 4, final lap of the Pepsi 400. Michael Waltrip in second, but it's going to be Dale Earnhardt Jr. using lessons learned from his father to go from 6th to 1st and score the victory in the Pepsi 400.
That's unbelievable.
Yes!
That man behind you did it for you. You guys celebrate. You love you, man. You did it.
That was beautiful. Very, very nice.
Junior, you're happy.
Look at that smile.
I am speechless.
To go, what did you say?
Well, he said he knew he could beat him. We just didn't know what was going to happen.
Remember when we've seen this before? And Steve Mills joining the fray now.
Yeah, man, DI's tough. DI's tough.
We can celebrate.
What a finish at Daytona. Dale Jr. on top of the car in the infield.
The 1998 Daytona 500, when his father finally won the Great American Race, he threw the car into the grass doing victory donuts. Everybody joining in the celebration. That's Chocolate Myers, long time crewman for Dale at Richard Childress Racing. Sixth to first in the final 6 laps. All right, Mikey, you celebrate too. You never got to celebrate your win in February. You celebrate now.
Yeah, that's just so cool. Storybook ending. Oh, this is great.
Try to win it.
I don't know. I don't think he can step out until he waits till the last second and picks up.
He goes to the outside. Is Edwards going? Oh, no! He turns him.
No!
Oh, and that destroyed the front end of Newman's car.
No!
Edwards will not make it to the flag.
Oh,
Brad Keselowski won this.
That's a year's worth of frustration. Oh, conflict. The crews are in it. And somewhere in the middle of that is Jeff Gordon.
That's stupid.
Through as much pain and had as much perseverance as 30-year-old Kyle Busch. Tonight he earns his first Cup title. Kyle Busch, the 2015 NASCAR Sprint Cup champion.
Kyle Busch, haven't ever seen anything like it. Thank you so much. Thanks, team. Great job!
Jimmy Johnson through 3 and 4. Make room. Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. There's another 7-time champ. Jimmy Johnson wins his 7th NASCAR Sprint Cup championship. Finally reaching the peak. Putting an exclamation point on a near perfect season. Mark Truex Jr. is the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series champion. This moment presented by Sunoco, doing victories all season long. The 4-year-old from Dawsonville, Georgia, is about to join his father, Dawsonville, in elite company. Chase Elliott is a NASCAR Cup Series champion. Driver's side to the fans, waving, and now he comes up to the young driver that just won his first championship.
I'm ready to rip somebody's freaking head off.
Hey. I'm trying to wait for that beat. There it is. Hey, guess what?
Is it the LTC from East Tennessee?
Dude, wow. How'd you know?
I don't know, man. It just hit my head, and I was like, this is great.
Dude, that's exactly who we are. I'm Cody, your host with the most.
I'm JKL, as always. Other alias known as Copperhead.
Who gives a fuck?
Gee, Dalton's in a great mood.
So we are.
Yeah, I've been happy since Bristle Dirt. It's been a great summer. It's been everything's just great, you know.
Dude, hate to interrupt this bit. I messed up the intro. Let's do it again. Hold on. Brought to you by 69 Mega. We are Left Turn Colt Podcast for fans by fans. This is an ad read paid promotion. We would like to thank 69mega.com for supporting us for another week. Their consecutive second consecutive week of sponsorship for our show. So yeah, pretty much thanks to 69mega.com.
Without 69 Mega, my life would be terrible. But since 69 Mega came in, it's put a smile on my face.
69 Mega is the only thing making me happy right now because Kyle Busch ain't doing shit. So 69 Mega is there when I need it.
Thank you, 69 Mega, from your boys in East Tennessee and Middle Tennessee. But hi, Mom. Thanks for joining us. What's good, Ivan?
Where's Coop?
Oh yeah.
He got Kurt Bushed.
Oh no. So I regret to announce that
before you say that, there are so many things that could
yeah, that literally, like, what if are you talking about 2012 Kurt Busch?
Bro?
I'm talking about Pocono 2022 Kurt Busch.
Did
Yeah,
Cooper
so
try to fight Marty Snyder? Is that what happened?
maybe, or he threatened to beat up Bob Pockris. I don't know. So Cooper is on the sideline tonight. He said he's going to be in the comments, but Coop Daddy is in official LTC concussion protocol. He is suffering from a mild concussion.
And it's more accurate than NFL concussion protocol.
It is, yep. Instead of having him literally go back out into the game just a quarter later, we're keeping him sidelined for the week. So hopefully Coop's back with us next week. But in spite of Cooper being gone, we do have a very special guest tonight. He is a great friend of the show. We had him on a few weeks ago. Incredible guy. So me and Jacob, we're in the mullet game now. I like to think my mullet looks good. I know Jacob thinks his looks good, but our mullet does not hold a candle to this man. So without further ado, Colby Evans, aka ARCA/NASCAR SMP Cars.
Hello, guys. How good to see you guys.
Dude, thanks
Welcome
for coming
back,
man.
Glad to be here.
Could you hear anything we were saying that whole time?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You're like, what are they rambling on about? Thanks for dropping by, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. I just got a lot of opinions to say about the race myself, and I'm like, man, I wonder if it's just too late to contact Cody. And I'm like, it's worth a shot. If he says no, but it's worth a shot.
Yeah, the timing was beautiful. You probably messaged me like in one of the moments where I was the angriest, and I was like, this guy, he's gonna have some spicy takes. I know we're all gonna have spicy takes. It's just gonna be perfect. Whole lot to unpack from this weekend. Yeah, I don't even know where to begin. But before we begin with NASCAR talk, we're gonna try a new format on the show. In that being, if y'all got anything to say that you want us to react and comment on, starting the 15-minute timer, we are reacting to comments until 10:30, and then we're going to talk about the Xfinity. We'll go back into comment reaction, but we get sidetracked a lot, so we just want to try to stay a little bit more on our path. If it doesn't work out, then we'll go back to the shit show that we always have next week. Just want to try something new. So let those comments roll in. We already have a decent amount. So we have 69 Megastar Mullet. Dude,
that's a good rating. That's
if they come back, do you think they come back tonight?
I hope so. As much money as they've given us,
as they've poured into the brand, yeah.
They honestly are our biggest paying sponsor that we have.
That is true. We don't disclose information, but I can personally guarantee you that they are our highest paid sponsor. Not the TUA protocol. Exactly. I've got 420 Huge as my company. Dude, congratulations on the sponsorship. Congratulations.
What is 420 Huge?
Doing it for Dale? Yeah, dude. Where's Dalton singing? That's the post show concert. The next gen car was rushed, and nothing was properly looked at and tested. Definitely going to cover this a little bit later. We will derail the show if we start talking about this now. How about those Gators winning?
Psych.
After Virginia Tech lost to West Virginia on Thursday, I had wanted Tennessee to win, but when Virginia Tech got our asses handed to us by West Virginia, final score 10-33. I immediately, like, I walked in and I looked at Summer and I was like,
that is the stupidest collab in all of college football.
Dude,
history.
honestly, I disagree. I think the Gator Chomp is one of the coolest, like, fan things.
It's so overrated.
I think Florida has some of the best fanship there is.
Genuinely, they do.
They do. Tennessee is the rowdiest. They are the rowdiest.
Dalton's been smoking on that Gator pack.
Yeah, damn straight. Florida Gators can go straight to hell.
Oh my god.
Fuck them.
Oh man, Joe, I'm so like stunned right now. Thanks, man.
It's the first time Joe has ever complimented Jacob.
Joe, I was pulling for Brad this weekend, so I switched it up.
Trill says, "Welcome back, Colby."
Hell yeah.
Vols winning made this weekend horrible.
Oh, that's funny because Vols made winning my weekend great because the race didn't do shit.
Say it. I like nasty, dirty Jacob. I don't care, or I don't know about clean cut Jacob.
Listen, man, this was a wedding weekend for me. Congratulations to my friend and his new wife.
King of the Trill.
Byron not getting a penalty.
That's so true. Holy shit. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was trying to think what you were laughing at, man.
Oh shit.
Anyways, I'm still nasty, dirty, Jacob. I'm not changed.
He just so happened to get a haircut and shave.
Yeah, I just shaved a bit and a haircut.
Well, you had a wedding to attend, so you couldn't go looking.
Dude.
That's fair.
I was sporting a mullet and a tux, man. That's
the only way to do it.
That's the only way to do it.
Texas A&M with the shocking upset, even though we are dog crap. You know, that's the crazy thing about college football is, like, nobody's ever really safe.
Nope.
Southernmost Western Community Nebraska School of Fine Arts could come in and beat Alabama and, like, just shatter the world. Jacob looks like he sells Chevys for a living.
That's an insult.
Hey, speaking of Chevy.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, Dalton's a big Chevy guy now.
Dalton, I'm glad you're not fighting for our country. You trade sides so bad.
Just whoever offers him something better, he's like, okay.
Yeah, fine.
Y'all have Pop-Tarts? All right, I'm out. Joe said, I'm trying to be a nicer man now because I think I made Cooper mad.
Yeah, no shit.
Anyone going to Dega? Bring an umbrella. Dude, that hurricane is coming.
Yeah, I think that rolled out Vega.
Damn it, Ian.
Vega, Chevy Vega. That rolls out Dega for me, man.
Summer says, I saw Tyler Childers on the same day that Tennessee beat Florida. Best day of her life.
Hell yeah.
Good. Jeffrey Dahmer was the biggest Gators fan.
That probably explains the cannibalism right there. Yep.
So Jeffrey Dahmer is about to become just like a meme. We were kind of memeing it up before the show, talking about it, and like,
you're welcome.
when you step back and think about it, in history, anytime something tragic and awful happens, there's usually like that 20-year window before it's like allowed to be joked about, like, you know,
true
PC wise. Jeffrey Dahmer definitely happened over 20 years ago. So maybe like with our generation, we're going to make serial killers memes, which is terrifying.
I'm under the impression the next day is a green light.
Say that again?
I said I'm under the impression the next day is a green light to make any joke.
Oh my God. I thought that's what you said, but I wanted to be sure.
All right, Cody, so those memes I made for y'all this morning, you're welcome. I went on Facebook, and it's already a trend right now. Like, the first one I saw was, it was Shrek. And so he said, I told you we're going to watch Shrek, and you can leave. What?
Okay. Joe said on Discord that he's changing, and Ivan believes him. And then Joe immediately follows that up with saying, the last wedding I went to, I got kicked out for objecting because her new husband was ass at Fortnite. That is probably a fair reason to object a wedding. Playing Western Nebraska School of Fine Arts and baseball in college can confirm they don't play. Wait, is that real? Dude, if that is real, oh my god, I just made all of that up. About to trade my current truck into a Chevy. Dude, everybody, y'all.
I want a Camaro.
What's that? Dick Rider.
I want a Camaro.
Go blue, Dalton.
Okay. I hope it's Michigan blue, because if it's Kentucky blue, there's going to be serious problems.
Went from them cheating Pearl Harbor bombing Yoda. Fuck. I don't know why I read that.
Dang.
Who posted that? Stephen Newball.
That's our buddy over from the I'm gonna mess it up. The NASCAR Libertarian NASCAR Caucus Party.
Well, Steven just made me never read something out loud right off the bat again. Damn, dude.
Dahmer is the Tom Brady of serial killers. Dude, facts.
Great stat record.
Undisputed GOAT. Gonna finish it. So I started episode 1 yesterday.
Yeah, I only got to episode 1 too.
Okay, me and Dalton, let's just stay on like track together.
Okay, so when you gonna watch it next?
Tonight,
what time?
After bed.
Oh, damn it! Can it be tomorrow night?
Yeah, it depends on how late we go. I might go to bed.
All right.
Serial killers can't be memes because white women find them sexy. That is terrifyingly accurate. Yeah.
Yep.
Here's the thing, though. I would probably have fallen victim to Ted Bundy, and I'll admit it. Dude was a smooth talker. I mean, what are you gonna do?
You saw a VW bug coming your way, and you're like, "This guy's got
Dude,
me."
yeah, this is it. Yeah, like I'm ignoring, intentionally ignoring the duct tape in the back. We're the LTC. We became sociopaths. Facts. I didn't think it was. Yeah, I told you I would mess it up. Do it now. Lick it good. Oh man, I'm very proud of everybody there. What's up, Dave? I asked the RCR merch hauler when they're gonna get Kyle Busch merch. They didn't think it was funny.
So I have.
I bet they get asked that all the time.
I have a story to relate to this, and it happened at Bristol 2 weeks ago. So during that Tim Duggar concert, I went to the RCR hauler, and the guy says, "Hey, what can I do for you?" I said, "Well, this Kyle Busch fan needs some 8 merch." And he just stands there like. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'd like a 8 hat, please.
Not amused.
Ha ha ha. Real quick, while we're still on the Colby's like, what are we talking about here? This is a NASCAR show, not a serial killer.
I don't. I'm just
true crime podcast. He's a Scorpio and has blue eyes. He's the one. # Bundy. Zodiac never got caught. Probably the GOAT. Fair point.
Yeah.
I easily would have been murdered by Ted Bundy.
I'm an Ed Kemper guy myself. I like
Kemper.
Yeah, that's one no one goes for. You know, that's the Ford of serial killers.
Well, I got one. What was it? Ed Klein, was that his name? The guy that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is actually based off of. He had vulvula lamps. If you don't know, I didn't say uvula, I said vulvula. If you don't know what that is, go ahead and Google it, Dalton.
I don't know if I want to.
Ted Bundy's gross. Imagine me all dripped out for both Bristol races next year in Larson gear. I don't want to imagine that. What race do I have on? So we can play a game in the chat if you want to guess it, and then one of us will give you the answer if nobody does. But guess which race we're watching. Well, there's the giveaway.
That's a dead giveaway right there.
Yeah, if you don't know what race it is now.
That's awful timing.
Oh, no, here comes the pedigree car. Oh, no. Oh, look, it's damaged already.
How the fuck did you know that?
Pick. Sleeper pick with Ed Kemper.
You called that shit before it even popped up on the screen.
Dude, I can't even tell you how many times I watched this race. This is my all-time favorite Talladega race ever.
I bet
That
Jason
is
Jacoby
nuts.
has squirrels
Yeah.
in his freezer.
No,
That's
dude,
probably accurate.
Yeah, 100% accurate.
Jacob, can I tell you something? I could literally reenact the first big one that happened on lap 7 of this race, like word by word.
Dude,
This is an incredible race.
why didn't you go to school for theater? Like, you would have been rocking. it, man.
Cody, if you rewind it to like where the red cabin, I could literally reenact it.
Well, we're doing this.
I mean, I know, but I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying we're doing it. I'm going backwards now.
Oh, you are?
Yes, I said we're doing it.
Okay.
Maybe. Do you know about when that happens?
I think it was lap 7.
No, I see.
Lap 7. It was 17 and the 24 made contact.
Yeah.
Here we
Okay,
go.
Let's see if I can see it. All right. Here we go. I can do this.
The hype all week for that Pepsi Challenger car to get wrecked in 7 laps.
There's a famous quote about that coming up soon. Hold on. All right. Here we go. All right. Oh, no. We got to fast forward.
Huh?
Or maybe wait one more lap.
It's coming.
Yeah.
We're on lap 6. Coming around to the front stretch.
I'm really interested to hear this.
I can also reenact the last 2 laps of 2008 Daytona 500 too.
LTC Left Turn Crime. Tune in next month.
It's her spinoff.
Gacy was the clown guy. Dalton, you better call this like Dale Jr. in the booth.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Here's where it comes. All right. Oh, touch. Well, I think it's Jeff. Oh, and around his car on the wall. I think that was Jeff. Here we go. 8, 9, 10 cars. Mark Martin's involved. Man, you just hate to see this early in the race. I believe Jeff Gordon was the first car saying, kids came up on me. Up and in the wall. Somebody hit Jeff, and that's what got started it. Look at that. Looks like a junkyard. All right, boys, let's go to the garage, see if we get it fixed. Yeah, it's because it is. Oh, Clint Boyer all torn up. Scott Riggs is in it. Jamie McMurray, Kevin Harvick, Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon, and more. All right, so let's see with the replay here, because you see the smoke first when Jeff Gordon makes contact with someone. A little bit too fast, I'm sorry. Okay, and it's the cars inside. Here's Jeff Gordon. Here's Matt Kenseth. Let's watch the two of them and see if there's a puff of smoke. Looks like Jeff's got cars on the inside of him, on the outside of him. Oh, Kenseth just looked like he was leaving a little bit of room on the bottom and got it into tag, got into Jeff. Case Kane involved. Well, I think listen, when the field went by, they're only about half. It's only about half a field left.
That is incredibly accurate.
Hey, wait, I'm not even done.
Cooper's coming.
And you can see right there, Matt Kenseth just gets in the left run. And Gordon goes against the side of 71. Gilliland, nowhere for Kurt Busch to go. Brian Vigors, and they stack up from there. Well, that's a 6-pack in the wall. Daryl just all in one move. And this is the way the big one works at Talladega. I saw cars running at top 5 that were involved. Cars running outside the top 25 that were involved. Yeah, I hate that. The old Pepsi Challenger is getting opened up like a can of Pepsi.
Yep.
Okay, so now, just to see the accuracy, let's listen. Hey, NASCAR, don't ban us.
They worked together yesterday. It was Logano that actually gave Reagan the shot that he needed to get to the lead to win the race yesterday. Oh, touch. Boy, Jeff Gordon.
He's car to the wall.
I think that was Jeff Gordon.
Here we go. 8, 9, 10 cars. Mark Martin's involved.
Man, you hate to see this early in the race.
I believe Jeff Gordon was the first car sent up into the wall.
Somebody hit Jeff, and that got started it. Look at that. Looks like a junkyard.
It's because it is.
He did the radio in.
Scott
Yeah,
Riggs,
I know.
Jamie McMurray, Kevin Harvick, Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon,
and more.
Let's see where Jeff Gordon is here, because you see the smoke first when he makes contact with someone.
And it's the car to his inside. Now here's Gordon. Here's Matt Kenseth. Watch the two of them and see if there's a puff of smoke.
Looks like Jeff has got cars on the inside of him, on the outside of him. Oh, and Kemp's just looks like he was leaving a little room on the bottom and moved up a tad and got into Jeff.
Casey Kane involved.
Oh, I think
Allmendinger.
Listen, when the field went by, there were only about half. It's only about half a field left.
You can see right there, Matt Kenseth just gets into that left front of Jeff Gordon, and Gordon goes up and gets in the side of the 71. Gilliland, nowhere for Kurt Busch to go. Ryan Vickers, and they just stack up from there.
Look, that's a six-pack into the wall, just all in one move.
And this is the way the big one works at Talladega. I saw cars running in the top 5 that were involved, cars running outside the top 25.
Wait.
Yeah, I hate that. The old Pepsi Challenger is getting opened up like a can of Pepsi.
I was literally going to make the joke that had to be DW that said
down off
that.
the nose.
Yep.
That sounds like something DW would say.
Dalton, that was genuinely impressive, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Genuinely impressed. Dude, okay, let's start talking NASCAR. I guess it's about that time. That was fun.
That brought me back to my childhood right there. All right.
Yeah, dude, you killed that. Now, before we start talking about NASCAR, it's getting a little hot. I just got it.
Oh my
No, the fuck you did not. No, the fuck you did not. No, the fuck you did not.
It's a little warm in here.
Oh,
He did fucking not.
Dude, it's just a little warm in here, you know.
make the shirt. Cody made it.
Put that shit on sale, man.
Baby.
How did it get here so quick?
Cody, that is immaculate. Roush is back, baby. Finally. Thank God.
Jacob, how does it feel knowing that I'm wearing you?
Dude, it's honestly very
This is okay, so full circle, serial killer conversation, full circle. I'm wearing Jacob.
He skinned me, he put me on. Look, it's even my skin tone.
Dude, it is, yeah. I've got like pokies. It's like a thin white shirt, but that's fine. I just hope I hope Facebook or YouTube don't take us down for showing some net.
Cody, you're my hero for that. You know that, right?
Dude, we've already sold 3. Let's go. Oh, this is the music festival that I went to over the weekend. It's Healing Appalachia. It's a organization that helps to combat the opioid epidemic in Appalachia. So they do an annual festival. Tyler Childers is the co-founder and also the headliner of the show. So it's pretty cool. Bacon Jacob is the best Jacob.
It's a pretty good version of me, I would say.
What's wool?
Never heard of that. Never heard of it.
I think we got to explain that to Kobe. So Dalton never heard of the word wool until about a year ago. It was brought up, and he didn't know what wool was.
It was during a Christmas game. Where we had to guess like so Matt from Chairgain had to give me a word to describe like what he was looking for. I can't remember what I think it was a Christmas sweater, and I had to guess like Christmas sweater. So he gave me wool to see if I could guess Christmas sweater, and I said I never heard of that word in my entire life, and everybody flipped shit. I felt so embarrassed.
I'm sorry, that is a little embarrassing.
I never heard of it in my life. I'm sorry.
They call Coop Big Wool because he's a heavy sweater. Dude, he's sweating right now. Everybody just thoughts and prayers out to Cooper during these trying times. So we did go racing after all. First off, Xfinity. Jacob, I feel like you always lead the Xfinity discussion. So...
And you know, the one time you bring that up, and I do.
There's a reason why.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it either. Dalton, did you watch the Xfinity race?
No, I watched Tennessee whip some Florida Gator ass.
Colby, did you watch the Xfinity race?
I'm always there every race, no matter how boring it is. I'm there.
I respect. I watched highlights, so I'll be able to like keep up. But why don't you like what are the biggest talking points for you for the Xfinity race?
I mean, it was okay. I mean, it was just lots of chaos in the beginning. I mean, the action started off just extremely early. Gragson took the lead as usual. Good racing between him and Nemechek. Nemechek, I figured, was going to be a beast considering he dominated this race, previous year and probably would have dominated had he ran the spring race. Then, you had your kind of boring parts, but they didn't really run enough laps for the race itself to get boring, if that kind of makes sense, not to really get too spread out. The longest green flag run of the whole race, ironically, was the last run, but that was because we only had like 20 cars left. Before that, the longest green flag run we only had was about 27 laps. So we really had a lot of condensed racing, which even for Texas standards, just the way these Xfinity cars are, it even on a really bad track, they can still produce racing that is somewhat enjoyable. Because I'm not going to deny, they were getting runs on each other. They were passing each other. It was good racing. For Texas standards, it was good. For regular mile-and-a-half standards, not very good. But that's okay. We come into this race with no expectations. Like I said, we had a couple of accidents. We had some slow cars for sure. Even a team that I've worked for, we had a Akinori Ogata. He was out there. I think he spun 3 times. And it actually got so bad. I'm actually one of the funnier times I was listening to a radio throughout the race, and the 13 team were going back and forth with each other. Akinori was saying on the radio, "The car won't turn. The car won't turn." Carl Long comes on the radio, says, "Yeah, because you're going into the corner too fast." And then eventually, after the third spin, they just made the decision to park the car, which probably was the smartest. I found that to be the funniest part of the race. But yeah, up until the about lap 110, nothing really happened. Then all of a sudden, everybody just decided to wreck each other. Don't really know why. Came off a turn 2, and AJ Allmendinger full sends the 68 into his own teammate and takes about 6 cars. And
who all was involved in that wreck?
Huh?
Was Allgaier involved in that one? Was that the big wreck?
He was in the second one.
Okay.
Yeah, so that took out about it didn't take out that many cars. It was the second crash that really took out a lot of cars. And I watched that crash a couple of times. I don't see where Nemechek could blame Allgaier. I really don't see it. It looked to me like Nemechek just got too high in that sticky stuff, and he just washed out and got loose and just took out relatively almost everyone else we had left in the field. And then we crashed again with another couple of cars, and finally with the last run, we had a whopping 21 cars in that last run, and with about half of them being, the under-budget cars, not the cars that would run up front. The field got very, very spread out to the point where we weren't going to crash again. Nothing was really going to happen. But at the end of the day, we still had some good pit strategy with teams, choosing different options. Jeb Burton was leading late in the race until Gragson eventually caught him. And it was not, nobody was going to beat the 9. 4 straight races wins. But I will say, the one thing I have noticed about these 4 wins, you can call this what it is. Kansas, in my opinion, he looked into that. Gibbs had the best car. He just, I don't know if they played strategy and he got a good restart. Darlington, that was chaos. Any of the top 3 could have won that. So as impressive as the 4 wins are, I will say it's not like he's outright dominated all 4 races. Still impressive, though. I'm not going to take anything away from it. But I'm not going to act like he absolutely dominated every single race. Yes, Brayton, this is me. Good to see you, buddy. One of my good friends, Brayton Laster, the pizza man. Love you, Brayton. Thanks for tuning in.
Brayton's a good guy. We love
him. Absolutely love him.
LTC alumni.
Yeah, he has one of the most. He has an LTC Hall of Fame moment actually too. So when he was on our show, it was the week he was running at Knoxville, and he debuted his scheme on our show. And so that's Hall of Fame moment number 1. The second Hall of Fame moment was when Parv fell asleep on camera while Brayton was on the show.
Yeah, it made us look great.
Yeah, dude, just total like peak professionalism. But he did say, "Can't believe Dalton's still alive."
Yeah.
Way after everything he's been through for the last 4 weeks.
I'm just numb to pain right now. But don't worry. Once we get to the Cup race, I got some shit to say. Just hold tight.
So Colby, to piggyback on the Noah thing, you're absolutely correct. These wins, while and I'm a big Alex Bowman fan in the sense of I refuse to hate on him because he puts himself where he needs to be at any given point.
Yeah.
Same with Noah. I mean, he's kept himself clean enough in every single race to where he is in second place, and things happen, and he is for 4 consecutive weeks. He has been the smartest driver on the track. And also, he is our generation's Mr. September.
Yeah. That's nuts.
Isn't it? Yeah, dude, it's crazy. And it's the most ironic thing about it is he couldn't be Mr. June. No. He couldn't be Mr. April. No. He had to be Mr. September. So historically speaking, I guess the best time to go on a run in NASCAR is in September.
True. But yeah. I think they said it was Sam Ard, right? He tied Sam Ard, right?
Yeah.
That what they said. The one damning statistic from that race, Andy Lally tweeted it out. In that race, that the 4th in a row that Sam Ard had won, only 2 drivers from that race are still alive today.
Really?
Whoa.
That was such a damning statistic, and they had over 38 starters in that race. I'm like, man, that's only 1983, and I'm like, I know it's 39 years ago, but wow, just man, we have lost so many drivers, and man, I was happy, and I even tweeted at Andy, why do you got to make us so sad? We love you, and don't say stuff like that. But even then, at the end of the day, the race was okay. It wasn't perfect. It's Texas, but you guys know me. Anyone who also checks out my channel, I'm a low budget guy lover. So to see teams like both Alpha Prime, Tommy Joe and Stefan get top 15s, Matt Mills for BJ McLeod get a top 20, Bailey Curry getting 12, CJ McLaughlin of all people getting a top 10, which was actually quite funny because how ironic that his playoff teammate Ryan Sieg, all of a sudden in the last 3 laps, CJ's lap time slowed by over 3 seconds. The 39 gets around him on the last lap. I'm like, oh yeah, team orders.
Yeah. It's weird when we see that in the Xfinity series. I feel like we're quicker to point fingers when it's a Joe Gibbs or a Hendrick or a Penske, a powerhouse team, a Michael Waltrip Racing, if you will.
Yep.
But it's when you see those smaller teams, you can turn a blind eye to them a little bit because it's well, these big guys have, played the system for so long. Yeah, good for you. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I saw it coming, right? I saw Ryan had made it up to 10th, and I actually thought about it with about 8 laps to go. I'm like, are they going to have CJ slow down? And then, and it was in a camera shot with about 3 laps to go. You saw CJ was just going bat crap slow down the backstretch, and I'm like, yep. And I don't blame him. In the playoffs, you got to get every point you can. So I don't blame him.
No. Now, I do want to go off of something. I think this will excite Jacob. So you specifically mentioned Bailey Curry.
Love Bailey.
Dude, Jacob does too. So you guys, let's hear a Bailey Curry conversation. Does he deserve a better ride, or
Damn
do you
right.
think that he's stuck where he's at?
Damn right.
Yes. Dude,
Will he get a better ride?
No.
Why?
Just not enough teams, and he doesn't bring enough money. He 1000% deserves a better ride. And I just don't think there's a team out there that's just willing to take him on. It's a shame because not only can he drive them, but half the time he ends up building them too.
So I want chat to add to this conversation as well. Everybody right here, I want you to tell me who you think is the most underrated driver in the Xfinity series and why you believe that. Dalton, you go first.
Most underrated Xfinity series driver. It's always Derby Clements.
It's a good choice.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, he just he's always very consistent every single season. He always makes the playoffs most of the time.
So I am going to throw a different name out there. I think it's Ryan Sieg.
That's another good option.
Definitely improved.
Yeah, dude. I think this has been like an incredible season for him, and he's no spring chicken by any means.
No.
So I mean, we could be seeing like a Martin Truex, Harry Gant type thing happening with Ryan Sieg here. He might be like Juan and just be getting better with age. Jacob or Colby, whichever one of you two want to go next.
You're the guest, man, so I'm gonna let you go.
Is it okay if I have two?
Yeah.
Stephon Parsons, Kyle Weatherman.
Oh, dude, Weatherman.
Kyle Weatherman, yeah.
Okay, so why?
Stephon Parsons, he's a natural talent in my opinion. What he's done in BJ McLeod's cars, what he's done and what I've seen him do in the premium trucks, in my opinion, the most thing that told me that he was an underrated driver was throw back the clock way back in 2000. It was either 18 or 19. It was the Charlotte Roval race. Cody Ware was in that 99 car for BJ McLeod. He got sick. Stephon Parsons never turned a lap ever on that Roval. Got in that car and drove right at the top 20. Not a single lap. And ever since then, any ride he's ever gotten he's walked out of the park with it. And then, of course, the top 10 at Bristol with Alpha Prime in a 7-year-old chassis. And then, of course, Kyle Weatherman, no introduction. I know the Jesse Wuji car is a decent equipment. People don't realize that the ins and outs of that car, it's actually a lot better car than when Jesse drives it. It looks slow, but that car itself is actually a really nice piece. And Weatherman even back to his ARCA days, I was always a fan of Kyle Weatherman. But those are two guys I feel like they really deserves a shot. And, yeah, you throw in Bailey, but those are my two guys.
I agree with all of you. I don't have a disagreement with any of you that those guys. My one that stands out is Bailey Curry.
Yeah.
I really like Bailey. I think I watched him save a car one time. I can't remember what race it was. Car was out of control, and I just flipped, dude, that he was even able to save it.
Was he driving for Harmon or was he driving for JD?
I want to say he was driving for Harmon.
And I feel like I remember. Was it a short track or 1.5 mile?
I think it was a 1.5. That's off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it was a 1.5.
I can't remember that off the top of my head, but yeah, I can say, taking out JD, what he did for Harmon, I think in general, and same Kyle Weatherman, they both drove for Harmon, and look what they did in that equipment.
Yep.
So I think that right there just shows again. You got guys who can do that in that kind of equipment. What could guys like Bailey, Stephon, Jeremy, what could they do in a JGR car every week?
Yeah, and Bristol, Stephon and Bailey was right up there in the top 10. That's a track you prove yourself.
Wuji is better off as an owner and letting someone else drive. Spot on for Weatherman and Sieg. Yeah, Wuji's out there. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, they only kind of, again, I've kind of put this out on social media. At the end of the day, Wuji, he's not the main owner, but he owns the team, and well, there was no intention to bring Kyle Weatherman on this season. That literally kind of happened out of nowhere. That was not the plan. Jesse was supposed to run that car full time, and if somebody obviously brought the money, then they would happily step aside. To my knowledge, Kyle's not bringing the money. They're just literally putting him in there to get the car, up in owner points, and it's obviously paid off. But I don't think Kyle's bringing any sponsorship whatsoever. He just brings talent, which is solely needed, though.
Old school. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Old school.
Quick reminder, if you are watching, don't forget to hit the like button and maybe subscribe if you're not already. Let's see. Everybody said Bailey Curry to the 18.
I wish.
Fuck it.
Brayton said tipped out for Timmy Hill. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Brandon Brown. Yeah.
I don't know if it's been rumored yet, but right now the early candidate for that 18 next year is Sammy Smith.
Rightfully so.
That is the heavily rumored car. The only problem I could see with that is TMC and FedEx.
That is true. Are you talking about for Xfinity?
Either way. That is why actually KBM took over ownership for the ARCA team. You can't have TMC and FedEx in the same organization.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to go with that. Pilot, I guess they could be on the car for the whole year, but TMC has been with Sammy for long time. So, but that's what I've heard rumblings in the garage that it's going to be Sammy going, and rightfully so. I mean, with Kyle Busch, canning the Toyota truck program, there's nowhere for Sammy to go in trucks, and he's ready. I mean, come on, he doesn't need trucks. He's ready.
Oh yeah,
he's ready. So, and I hope he does go, because I think Sammy is also a natural talent, and he's a fellow Iowan, so I can't complain.
All right.
Guy.
We got Anthony Alfredo. He would have been super successful in the 38.
Yeah, Our Motorsports going to 3 cars, man. That just, with all due respect to Chris Sauer, that really, really hurt that organization. I feel actually kind of bad for Alfredo. I really wish I had a picture of this, but back at Kansas, kind of shows how they're struggling for money. Their hauler is over 30 years old.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It was a 1995, 1996. You can just tell by the air of the.
Whoa, hold on! Don't say third. That's the year I was born, bro. That makes me feel way old. Yeah, no, it is. It's 26 or 27 years old. That sounds a whole lot better. Dalton, you good, buddy?
Yeah, I was turning the fan off.
Let's see. Timmy finished second at the Daytona race, didn't he?
Yeah, man, my heart. If they hadn't thrown that yellow, Timmy had a Hendrick motor. He would have got him. No doubt in my mind, he would have got him. But yes, he is returning to the 13. Kind of just Timmy wants to focus on the truck team. Obviously, if Carl needs him for a race, Timmy's going to put his main priority into the truck team right now. So it's not like him and MBM have parted ways. That is not true. Timmy just wants to focus on improving that truck team.
Respect there. Iwuchi is a great guy, but a driver not so much.
Damn right. One of the nicest guys I have ever met. Always down for a conversation, picture, autograph, anytime. He will stop for any child, kids, adult, no matter what. Amazing human being. Driver, nah.
Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, Richard Childress wasn't necessarily tearing it up during his Cup career.
No, he was not.
So I mean, some people just business is better. Anthony Alfredo, not a Cup talent. I think Anthony Alfredo was kind of like rushed up.
Absolutely,
I think he could develop. Absolutely. Disappointment of the year is Daniel Hemrick.
Yes,
dude. I forget
is it a disappointment?
I forget he even exists. Like I never see. It's like I never see him at Xfinity anymore. Like he's just. They don't talk about him anymore.
And for me, it's just I've been kind of calling it all season, and it's really why I don't want Junior Motorsports to go to Cup, because ever since Colleague went to Cup full time, I feel like it's hurt the focus of their Xfinity program, because when you're not putting 100% focus into something, it hurts that organization. And I feel like it's also hurting the Cup program because you're not putting 100% focus into there. My fear is that if Junior Motorsports does go Cup racing, that team is going to fall, especially if they try to run 4 full-time cars with a next-gen Cup program. That's too much, way too much for Junior's plate. And I don't care how many people he's got working for him. That is too much to handle, in my opinion.
Well, speaking of, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead. I've interrupted you like 20 times.
No, you're fine. Well, speaking of Colleague and Junior, Noah's locked in. AJ Allmendinger's second. Third, Ty Gibbs. Fourth, Austin Hill. Fifth, Josh Berry. Sixth, Justin Allgaier. Seventh, Sam Mayer. Eighth, Ryan Sieg. Have we eliminated 4 yet from that round? No. Riley
Not
Hurt,
yet.
Daniel Hemrick, Brandon Jones, and Jeremy Clements are on the bubble.
Who?
Ryan Sieg is 8th. Riley Herbst, Daniel Hemrick, Brandon Jones, and Jeremy Clements. Ryan Sieg is about to advance again.
Who's in 12th?
Jeremy Clements.
Jeremy. Good old Jeremy.
Vegas.
Yeah, that engine failure that engine failure killed him. That's actually what happened to him in the race. He had an engine failure.
Relatable.
So we are going to is Xfinity racing this weekend?
Yep.
Or is it just trucks?
Well, if we even get the chance to race.
Right. Yeah.
Triple header, yeah.
Yeah. So honestly, I mean,
sorry to pop in.
You're good.
I don't know if did you guys see the news that was reported by Casey Campbell?
No.
As of right now, Brandon Brown will not be returning to Brandon Bill Motorsports.
I did see that. I did see that. Yeah.
Okay. Just want to put that out there. Yeah, Brandon Brown will not be returning to Brandon Bill Motorsports. Makes me curious if that team's even going to be around next year.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to see any team close down. I feel like things maybe wouldn't have turned out the way they did had we just had like a little bit less hypocrisy. I mean, that's kind of just fact of the matter. Like, I don't know Brandon Brown.
Great guy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he is. But it was just the whole like, oh, I don't like the Let's Go Brandon thing, but now I'm going to have LGB coin on my car. Like, immediately that turned me off, and I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
And that's fair. That's fair. I still support the guy, but I'm not going to deny. I'm just thinking in my head, what are you doing, man? You're hurting your fan base.
Yeah, and I mean, I guarantee you, business-wise, had the LGB coin not like that decision not have been made, I'd say that he would probably have a little bit more success right now with sponsorships. I mean, it's just we live in an age where businesses want to be on the positive, the more PR side of everything. So yeah, you're gonna have a hard time finding a politically correct sponsor when you're kind of flirting with that side of everything right now in our climate. So I just feel like he kind of did it to himself.
I mean, he did.
Let's see.
Hey, want me to give you like a weather report real quick for
this
weekend? For those of you that want to do stuff around the track Friday, is 53% chance of rain for Friday, 78% chance at Friday night. Saturday doesn't look like we're going to get anything in. It's an 80% chance of rain, rainfall near half an inch. Saturday night, 50% chance of rain. Sunday, however, morning showers, but after 5 a.m., we're good to go. Mostly cloudy at 74. I just now noticed it.
Well, I'll just say this. If the weather looks good for Sunday, truck race at 9 a.m., Xfinity race at noon, Cup race at 3.
Dude, what if they all go past like the limited schedule? Well, they're probably going to end it like ARCA does. They'll probably have to do the ARCA rules where you end it early.
Yeah.
We're in the playoffs, though. I think. I mean,
it's gonna rain. Sorry,
we've seen it before. NASCAR is not afraid to race on Wednesday, especially when it comes to the playoffs. I don't think that we're not going to see this race.
By the way, just out of that comment, if it rains hard enough, do you think, with how crazy we've seen the main NASCAR Twitter account being, do you think we'll see an Ollie Williams meme?
No, I think NASCAR Twitter is like, I love the content they're putting out, but like, I don't know that we'll see that one.
Dang, because that was always one of my favorites from Family Guy as a kid. I don't know why. I was always my brother.
It's raining sideways.
Yeah, that's the one.
I just now caught what you guys were talking about.
Yeah, that's the one.
Let's go live to the weather report. It's gonna rain. How's it feel like now? It's raining sideways. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but
darkness does come into play.
Yeah,
no lots.
Dagon's going to be interesting because I mean that's going to be if you're in the hole. And you wreck out, you're going to be further in the hole. And then
do you want to be? How far in the hole do you want to be going into the Roval?
You do not want to wreck out the first 2 races.
No more than 10 points back.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that the front 6 in the playoffs right now have a pretty good cushion.
Yeah, and Noah's locked. So.
Yeah, Noah's locked. The only ones that need to worry is Sam and Ron Sieg. But those are 2 guys that could come out and win Dagon. I mean, it's a super speedway race.
But do you think that Sam is worried going to the Roval?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are worried going to the Roval.
I'm not particularly worried about Sam. All of his Trans Am experience, plenty of experience on the road courses. He'll be just fine.
But the thing is, with Sieg and Sieg's scenario, is Herbst, Hemrick, Jones, and Clements could very well come out and win Dega. We could see another Daytona, and Jeremy Clements could be the winner. I mean, somebody could lock themselves in. And Talladega is just going to be up in the air. Not as much as Texas was last night, but but it'll be a wild card for sure.
I hope they do. All right, so we played it last week. Let's play it again this week. We have the 4 that are going to be eliminated. Who's it going to be? Like, way too early prediction on who gets eliminated after the Roval.
I think that Sieg will be eliminated.
Sadly, I'll have to agree. I'll throw in Sieg. I'll throw in Clements. Throw it, go and throw in Herbst for me too. And you know what? I'll go on a limb. I think Sam Mayer is going to have a bad Talladega, and I just think the Roval won't be enough. So throw in Sam Mayer as my last pick.
I have the same one as Colby.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking Sieg. I'm thinking Clements. I do think Hemrick will go. I do think Brandon Jones will go. But I do think Herbst will move on. I think he'll move on to round of 8.
I think Hemrick's out. I think Clements will be out. I think that we're gonna have a heavy hitter that does not advance. I think somebody's gonna have a couple of weeks of bad luck back to back. So the name I'm gonna throw into the hat for that, it breaks my heart to say, but I think it's gonna be Josh Berry. And then
I can see it.
Yeah,
for my 4th, Brandon Jones for sure.
You think? Yeah, I do think Brandon will be out.
That's bold as fuck.
That is a bold. It could happen. I mean, he's how far is Jones up anyway?
He's in 11th.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen the standings.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 13 points below.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, if he has a bad day at Dega, he's better hope for a good one at the Roval.
That won't happen.
Yeah, no, he would. If he has a bad day at Dega, he is in a win to get in situation going into the Roval, and that is not a good place to be if you're Brandon Brown or Brandon Jones.
Both.
Yeah,
Both.
either Brandon. All right, so let's do 10-minute shit show in the comments, and then we'll get to the cup. How's that sound, fellas?
Sounds good.
Whatever you guys say in the comments, spit them here. The NASCAR Kia Soul Series, but it's just Kia Souls on the track because it's a cool car. Herbie never dies. Oh, I missed this. Antonio said Jones, C, Clements, and Herbst.
I can see that.
Oh, Colby, what pit shirt are we wearing tonight?
Oh, this is might be a throw. One that you guys might remember. 2015. It only was for about 3 or 4 races. Kyle Larson, number 42, Nature Made. It was also
badass shirt.
It was yellow. Here, let me try to stand up quick. It was yellow, and it's also for the Breast Cancer Foundation. So it was yellow and pink. One of my favorite shirts I got. I only got it for $30, but yeah, probably one of my favorite shirts for sure.
That is sick.
No, Debbie, I was not. Now I am. Now I'm not going to be able to stop looking at it.
I've been watching the race, to be honest, with the whole time behind him.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
Oh, Brayton, I'm sorry.
Damn.
What were you going to say, Jacob, before I interrupted?
I was going to say I was going to try to keep my ADHD on lock, but I started looking at myself behind you again.
Look at yourself in front of me.
I'll look at myself on that T-shirt.
10 out of 10 statistic. 50% of Brayton's ARCA starts have been shortened.
I'm sorry, Brayton.
Pain. How many wins does Brandon Jones get next year?
3.
2.
1.
I think he's going to stop some people.
He's going to say it.
You think I'm going to say it? You think I'm going to say it?
I feel like that car You would have to be just absolute garbage to not win.
Yeah.
Kyle Busch has a single car wreck on lap 19 to get out of the car.
I'm expecting it.
Ketchup. Absolutely all day. If you were a corn dog, what would you want to be dipped in? Ketchup, mustard, or mayo?
Ketchup, and more ketchup.
You all are insane. Mustard. Put me in mustard.
Dude, no. Mustard is good, but ketchup is just the fruit smoothie of the gods.
Yeah.
Dude, put me in mustard every day.
I hate mustard. I hate mustard.
Same. Thank you.
Mustard.
No, the only time mustard's good is when you're throwing it at Lane Kiffin.
That's a bad fucking take, Dalton.
Yep.
Crazy prediction. Clements wins Dega or Roval and sneaks in. Hemrick, Mayer, Sieg, and Allgaier are out.
That's a bold one.
That is crazy.
I like that.
Allgaier, Jesus Christ.
Did we see that Haley is going to race in the Xfinity Series for a couple of races? I did not see that. Is that confirmed? When is McDriver coming on? So, due to scheduling conflicts, it could have happened tomorrow at noon, but none of us are free tomorrow at noon to interview Michael McDowell. So, still trying to get that figured out. Worst case scenario is I'm going to be in the infield at the Roval. So, like, that's not ideal because we want him on the show, but maybe I could get some like fan questions.
Maybe.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
Just to make sure, by the way, please don't. You guys are talking about Michael McDowell, right?
Yeah.
He hates it if you bring up Texas 2008. Do not ask him about that.
Oh,
he absolutely hate talking about it.
Correct.
Yes.
That's the first thing I'm going to bring up now.
he just doesn't like to talk about it nowadays.
I wouldn't bring that up
because it's all everyone ever talks about it to him. So he gets tired of it.
I want to talk about how damn good of a race car driver he is, man.
Yes, thank you. I've always been a fan of Michael.
I've not been a fan of his like long term. And like I said it to Noah when we had Noah on the show last year. I told him that I didn't like him, and like I mean
that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. It is fair. He's done some things that aren't agreeable. I can agree with that.
So, and like with Michael McDowell, dude, I was angry for the longest time after the Daytona 500 because, like, I still don't consider it a legitimate win. But I mean, of course, you know, in reality, it is.
I was there, man. I was going crazy.
Oh, I'm sure. But this season, like, you can't knock what the guy has done for front row. I mean, that car has been a competitor. So, it'll be cool to get to sit down and talk to him whenever we can. McDowell is coming. We should have had McDowell on tonight just so Cooper would have missed it.
Damn.
That's hardcore. It is
hardcore.
To answer this question real quick, Kyle Busch ain't giving me shit to talk about, so that's why.
Fair.
Sorry.
I think Michael McDowell is going to be the Dale Jarrett of our generation.
Ask him if he showers at Lowe's.
Not at Lowe's.
Loves. I can't
read
read.
the same thing. I was like,
yeah,
what?
dude. Well, I keep seeing all of these, and every time I see it, like my brain is automatically reading Lowe's.
Yep.
Dude, Michael McDowell has to shower at Love's, right? Like at least for a PR statement.
Love's is a good gas station, man.
It is. I love it.
Buc-ee's is better, and I'll die on this hill.
You know, honestly, I think Buc-ee's is overrated, bro.
Did I tell you that me and Cooper talked to like Love's executives at Daytona this year?
No.
I could have swore one of us did.
Is there
context?
Yeah. Well, can we get the story, please?
Well, we were literally just like in line, like with our tickets, trying to get in, and then like they were just right next to us, and he recognized Cooper wearing his Love's Pit shirt that he wore to the 500 this year. So
that was like somebody walking in and be like, dude, I just got handed $1 million, just walking away. Like no context. You're like, oh, okay. Damn.
It wasn't really much to it, but I'm just saying we met some Love's executives.
Did you guys see that Brayton Laster is going to drive for next year for races?
I did see that.
Let's see. Dalton repping the RCR gear. Hell yeah.
I'm flipping the script early. Why wait?
Valid question here. Does he have the blue linens? I feel like Michael McDowell's house, when you walk in, it's actually just a Love's on the inside.
I can see that.
His refrigerator, you open it up and it's just full of the Love water bottles.
I don't know why the word linens gets me.
Linens? Does he bathe with Love's hand soap? That's a good question, too.
I can imagine all the snacks he has in his house, too.
Take it easy, buddy. We'll see you next time, Garage Guy. Great story.
Fuck.
I about got ran over by John Menard on a golf cart at Daytona this year. That'd be a cool way to go.
Oh,
or
yeah.
an incredible lawsuit. One of the two.
Would you get 3 Menards for life?
I about hit Carl Edwards' rental car at Bristol one year.
I remember that story. Did y'all make eye contact?
Yeah, like, no, he, I don't know why I did this, but this was like the 2008 spring race. We were leaving, and Carl Edwards and his wife were leaving with their rental car, like, coming the other way. And I don't know why, but my mom knew it was Carl Edwards from a distance, and just started screaming, like, hey, that's Carl Edwards. And for some reason, I just opened the door, about hit him, and he looks at me and goes, and then just drives off.
Imagine Carl just backflips on top of Dalton and beats the shit out of him.
I think Carl's too nice to beat the shit out of me if I would have hit his car.
Carl Edwards would be able to break you in half.
Carl Edwards almost beat the shit out of his own teammate. So
dude, I still wish he would have thrown the punch.
Me too.
I'll die on this hill. I think Kenseth, he deserved it. Hell yeah! What? Give me a beer. What? Love's is beautiful inside.
Yep,
I've gotten to witness it. Don't eat the Love's beef jerky though.
I can agree.
Okay, bad Texas. That's got to be Rain Daytona, Bristol, Busher Coliseum.
Whatever it was.
Yeah, every single week. I appreciate the relevancy with they're like South Park. Like they keep up with like the trending storylines throughout the
world. Is Trey Parker and Matt Stone in the chat right now?
Yeah, is that who you are? I can't wait till 2023 when Dalton's not a little bitch. Oh man, story was almost as short as Cal's race these days. Ooh.
You know what? That don't hurt me. That don't
Hold
hurt
on,
me.
wait, I'll bring it up.
I'm immune to pain.
Why? Who are you?
I don't even know who I am anymore.
And who cares?
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Let's see.
Hell yeah, JD. I love this comment.
I am South Park.
Hell yeah, dude. Shout out Promise.
Oh, Carl would get mad and leave the sport again. Pain.
Damn.
Me too, Antonio. Me too.
Do you think Carl watched this weekend was like, I'm glad I'm gone?
Oh, dude. I think any driver who's retired who watched this weekend was like...
Carl just said, this is why I left.
Yeah, he's like, checkmate NASCAR. Are we going to burn all of my old Dell Jr. stuff since Kyle is going to taint the number 8?
No, just give it to me. Just give it to me.
Listen, Kyle Busch will never be the number 8 in my eyes. That is
give it
Dell
to me,
Jr.'s
bitch.
car.
Yes, he will. Give it to me, bitch.
Here it is.
Jeff Burton's the number 8, honestly.
Oh my god.
Carrying on Dale Jr.'s legacy.
Jeff Burton did, man. He started it before he was there.
I think of the Stavola brothers when I think of the 8, to be honest with you.
The Stavola brothers?
Yeah, because they ran it before DEI did. With Hutch Strickland in the Circuit City car. Man, I love that car.
Dude, so that is greatly forgotten. Didn't he also drive for Pizza Hut too?
I want to say yes, but was that with Bill Davis?
That would have been, so I believe that would have been like the 97 or 98 season. The reason why I know this so well is because Hut Strickland's car in NASCAR 98 is a Pizza Hut car.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Shout out Circuit City, dude. I miss that place.
Shout out Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut's still around.
Cody better not burn anything.
Do you not
I ain't burning nothing.
I'm just saying, shout out Pizza Hut, my faves.
Dude, Pizza Hut, that's rough.
You like
Do you not
Pizza
find?
Hut?
Yeah, Dalton.
What?
You like Pizza Hut?
Yeah.
Why?
It's good.
Did you like Circuit City?
Yes.
Parv is definitely sleeping. Hashtag Parv gang. Hashtag Parv gang is dead.
Hell yeah, JD. You're my favorite, bro.
The only way that car is ever gonna leave my possession is when I die. I better be buried with that car, because I don't want anybody else to ever have it. Yeah, he did. He did.
Yes.
Waffle House needs to sponsor Noah. That is true.
I mean, they have the money. They've sponsored the 43 in the past, so they have the money to do it.
Dalton, this is in regards to your Pizza Hut. Somebody doesn't have IBS in it.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
Dude, yeah. I don't even have IBS, and anytime I've ever eaten Pizza Hut, boy, oh boy. I think
just don't eat those Taco Bell chicken wings. That'll give you IBS for sure.
Yeah, the best place to eat pizza is on your toilet because it goes there anyway. Yeah, it's the hold on.
I hope Kyle Busch does a throwback paint scheme of that car at Darlington next year. It pisses everybody the fuck off, please. I beg.
That's my pride and joy. That one.
I fucking beg.
Do you have the race version, Cody?
I don't.
Then I got one. Then I got a one up on you.
Oh, you have the raced version?
Yep.
Oh, it's got the stripe down, the Matt Kenseth stripe.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Stripe.
Beautiful.
Logano's got one of those.
He does. Oh yeah, he's got the Kenseth crumble.
Yeah.
Dang, bro, you're gonna steal it out of my coffin. You're literally gonna steal it out of my cold dead hands.
Damn.
It's called a death grip for a reason. Good luck getting his hand open.
Discuss John Hamm playing in a new Fletch and watch Jacob deteriorate. Dude, okay. Fucking hell, man. I don't want to talk about it on a NASCAR podcast, but why did they pick John Hamm of all people to play that role? Like, John Hamm's a great actor. I just don't understand why they picked him to replace Chevy Chase.
I mean, I can think of 1,000 reasons to replace him, but
Dude, what? Are you out of your mind, bro?
everybody hated him on the set of Community.
I don't care, dude. Chevy Chase is a fucking
Overrated.
He is definitely not overrated.
Yeah, outside of Vacation, I don't really enjoy him.
Oh man, the Fletch movies was good. Both the Fletches, Fletch and Fletch Lives. I'll watch the John Hamm one.
Dude, it's not the final. I promise.
Not even
we're gonna make
close.
another one. Jamie Lee Curtis is gonna be 109 years old, and she's gonna kill Michael again.
Me and my roommate were so pissed off at that movie last year at the ending.
Dude,
Like,
every
that
movie,
mob blew a 28-3 lead at the ending scene.
dude, every damn Halloween movie trailer that comes out, they start it with "This time we do it differently." It's the same shit. It's the same exact shit. John Hamm should have been Batman too. I mean, sure, that's a BFT, Debbie. That is an awful take. That is a BFT. I don't know if you said that just to piss me off, but
This is an awful opinion by Junior.
Oh, that's
That is
a
a
rough
terrible opinion.
I can appreciate enjoying the Tim Burton Batman movies, but I think it's a stretch. Who's your all's favorite Batman?
Christian Bale, by far.
Throw me in for Christian. I haven't seen much Batman, but yeah, throw me in for him too.
Dalton, who's your favorite Batman?
I have no comment.
I honestly dig Robert Pattinson's.
I love his Batman, but I hated the movie.
I know, yeah. I think Robert Pattinson is my favorite one. Christian Bale is goated. Like, I'll
Heath
say
Ledger
that.
set the bar too high for that series.
God, yeah, what a dude.
There was another comment I meant to pull. Oh, You gonna buy that 51 car?
Oh, you're talking to me? Yes. Cody Ware car already pre-ordered.
I want to buy it too. Actually, I need to.
It's funny for all the hate that Cody Ware gets. Man, when they announced that diecast, people
Everybody
were going
lost their
crazy.
mind. Yeah, yeah. That'd be cool to see him having one of the top selling diecast.
And the great news is, from what I was already told, it already made the production mark. So there's no way it's going to get DNP'd. It already made it. And the one thing that, if I could go on a small rant about that, they have the same Chase Elliott Napa car, but with 4 different quarter panel sponsors. Yeah, we can't get like cars for like the 20th place teams. Like seriously, like come on. When is BJ going to get another car?
Yeah, I don't know. I think so much factors into it. Diecasts, obviously, they don't sell the way they used to.
No, I know.
I wish that we could, and I think we will eventually. I think we could get back to like diecasts being really cool. They're just really going to have to figure something out about the creation period, because to wait an entire year for a diecast is rough. And I understand, like, yeah, they've got to make them. Obviously, they don't just like snap their fingers and they exist. But, dude, back in the day, it wasn't a 1 year wait on a diecast.
Yeah.
So I think until they resolve that issue, only your super diehard fans are going to be the ones purchasing diecasts. Back to the Batman conversation before we go into the Cup.
Wow,
Batman isn't a superhero. I hate this opinion. She's had it my whole life.
What is she serious?
Yeah, she considers him and Iron Man to just be like rich boys.
What?
Yeah, because they're. I mean,
dissing Iron Man is like so fucking disrespectful.
Dalton's like, I don't give a shit about superhero movies, but I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah,
I'm glad Iron Man caught the stones.
I love.
Spoilers.
But
it's a year old.
Dalton's like, I didn't know.
No, like the MCU, like I'd like the MCU movies. I just don't like DC.
See, DC has the best comic books, but they are notorious for putting out the worst movies imaginable.
Batman vs Superman was prime example.
Hashtag Martha. It's not an opinion.
It's a fact.
Why did you say that name? Why did you say that name?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's anytime something like that happens in a movie now for me, I call it a Martha moment. It happened in the new Dragon Ball movie. There was a Martha moment, and I was like, God, I hate it. I hate it so much. In 2013, they had Gen 6 diecasts out in the world before the season had even properly began. Good example there. In less than, but 7 months is a long, like, I don't know that that's a brag. Time. Yeah. Tristan is the anti-Batman gang. Will Brad K win a race this year before it's over? You'll probably hear our opinion on this one at the end of the show, if I had to guess. Hold the phone. Ireland in the house. Oh, that is our Irish
friend.
I
forgot about it. Yeah. Hell yeah.
The current MCU phase is trash.
Facts. Ever since Spider-Man
died.
Yeah. Literally,
it's hot dog water.
Iron Man saved the universe just to give us She-Hulk.
I didn't enjoy it, to be honest with you.
I didn't even watch it. I don't want to watch it.
It's
real quick, last comment on the Batman thing. Papo Cody sent me a message, and he said Adam West is the best Batman.
That is a pretty good. I will not disagree with that.
Adam West. No, he's the best at Catman. I hope you know what I'm talking about.
Fairly Odd Parents.
There, boom.
He's a good mayor too.
Yeah. Cup.
yeah. 2009 Spring Dega. We went cup racing, boys.
Unfortunately.
So a few different talking points that I could pull up for this. So back to it. Papaw Cody created a show sheet for us today to kind of have some talking points. He sent them to me, so thank you, Papaw. Dude, I was like, he does more for the show than I do. So here we go.
Shout out Papaw Cody.
Yeah. Just right off the gate, before we talk about the race itself, do you think the drivers feel safe in this car?
No.
They, I feel like some of them are less vocal than others. There's a few guys that are older, and maybe they're tired of bullshit, and they're speaking their opinions. I'm sure you guys can probably put the puzzles together on who I'm talking about there. I think the younger ones might be just too scared to speak. You feel like they don't have footing yet. But no, I don't think they feel comfortable in these cars.
So,
Dalton, Colby?
Sorry, what?
I was waiting on somebody to.
I mean, yeah, I've heard some rumblings. I mean, especially after Greg's, from what I was told by a couple of people, after Gregson's hard crash at Atlanta earlier this season, he was kind of told to keep quiet in some ways, and ironically, I interviewed Cody Ware back at Kansas about the safety of the next gen car. And, I mean, him and BJ McLeod, I asked him the same question about, Kevin Harvick has had his strong opinions about the safety of the next gen car. What's yours? And, they really didn't want to answer the question, just kind of gave a corporate answer, and which, what I expected. But, just I can see it in their body language. In these interviews about safety, they give a corporate answer, but you look at the body language, you get a completely different answer. And I don't know, you compare, like, I don't know if you guys did you hear Noah openly say that he's a little concerned about running these cup races because it worried it might hurt his Xfinity championship hopes?
Yep.
Like, man, if we have people saying that is just not good. And I'm surprised. And maybe that's why I've noticed, I don't know if you guys have noticed too, Ty Gibbs has not been doing very good in that 23 car at all. He's been running just surprisingly bad from what I expected him to do. And I think, to me, it's just him wanting to bring the car home in one piece, not pushing it, and not trying to hurt his Xfinity championship hopes too. That's kind of, I feel like, why Ty hasn't been running that good.
So I don't think drivers have felt comfortable with this car since summer 2021. In case y'all don't remember, we saw the rumors last year on Reddit about the crash dummy failing test.
Died.
Died. And Chase Briscoe sounded off about it, pretty much confirmed it. And then I think a month later is when NASCAR approved the safety. And honestly, NASCAR, I really didn't think that they would not improve on it and give them the cars. Like, I thought for sure like they would fix it and then improve it. I really didn't think they would improve it without putting emphasis on safety. But thinking about it now and looking at everything that's happened this year, I'm starting to think that NASCAR did not do any work on safety at all this year. I think this car was 110% rushed. They were more focused on getting the right engine package for great racing. And the racing has definitely been phenomenal, but the safety should always come first because safety always overrides entertainment 100%. So, yeah, they definitely rushed this car. Probably should have waited about another year thinking about it. They got a lot of work to do this offseason. Now, a lot of people are complaining about it that they want change now. I mean, we all do, but
that can't happen. There's no way it can happen in a week. No way.
Exactly. It is not an overnight fix. I mean, we're 6 weeks away from ending the season. It's literally going to have to wait until November. There's nothing we can do about it. I believe I highly doubt that NASCAR is not going to make any changes this offseason. I'm actually certain that they're working on it like right now as we speak. So they'll get it right next year. It'll be a lot better. But, and also one more key thing I want to bring up, Ryan Newman. That should have been the red flag. Him saying that I don't think this car is safe enough. And he knows a damn good thing about safety. I mean, he went to school for this shit. So they should have listened to him right there. Or that should have been the red flag from the beginning.
So from my understanding is this car is more suited for the Ryan Newman type impacts. And I mean, look at the Chris Buescher flip we had where he dug into the infield.
Mhm.
I mean, not even like to talk about the lackadaisical rolling over of the car. I felt that took entirely way too long to get him right side up. Obviously, they knew that he was okay, or I hope and pray to God that there would have been a little bit more urgency on their side. But from my understanding is that car is supposed to be like way safer when there's more violent crashes, but is that making the less violent crashes actually more violent? Chase Elliott, for example, when he blew his tire yesterday, dude, that was a nasty hit.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Cody Ware incident was awful, absolutely awful. But I mean, that was just a hard impact, right? But the Chase wreck was like such a small, like, you know, they blow a tire up in the wall. Used to, like, his day for sure is over. But that snap in that car is just so bad. I am not a safety engineer. I don't pretend to be. I couldn't tell you what the solution is to the issue. But there's definitely a problem. I think everybody can agree on that. It's the smaller wrecks that seem to be doing the most damage. Kurt Busch at Pocono, for an example. That wasn't a brutal crash by any means, but the severity of the impact and the energy is dissipating on the softest part of the car. What's the softest part of this car now? The driver.
Bubba Wallace, 2022 Daytona, where he barely got hit in the back by a spinning car. It wasn't even that hard, and it apparently knocked the breath out of him.
Same thing with Bubba at Atlanta too.
Yep.
Something that I want to bring up too, and I'm speaking with this with respect. A lot of drivers that have been killed in races, 9 times out of 10, the damage on their car don't look that significant.
In some wrecks, yes. In some wrecks, I don't agree with that. But in some wrecks, I can see that.
Now the impact is,
yeah,
it doesn't look bad. I guess I should probably preface that.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple, not every single one, but there's definitely a couple of fatal crashes in that, I would say, in our sport that definitely you watch the crash or you just look at the car after the crash and you wonder, man, really ain't that badly damaged.
I mean, case in point, in all fairness, Senior's wreck at the 500.
Oh, yeah.
Just watching it I remember watching it, and like, at little me was just like, okay, like it's another wreck. And then, of course, you know, we learned of all the severity and like the impact in itself. But watching it as a spectator, dude, that was just a run-of-the-mill crash.
Well, think about that with the Ron Newman wreck at Daytona.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I probably wasn't the only one that thought Ron probably was badly injured or it was a fatal crash. I mean, I think everybody had that thought go through their head.
When those black screens went up, I thought,
oh, God, I thought it was, yeah.
Yeah. And it's crazy that we went from that race and Newman being able to walk out of the car, that picture with Newman walking out of the hospital with his kids, and we were praising NASCAR's safety, and now we're here talking about like somebody's going to get badly injured. It's just a completely – it's a different era. It's a different era. It is.
I want to bring this – I'm sorry, Cody. I want to bring this up real quick. I'm sick and tired of fans using this as an excuse right here because NASCAR literally got an extra year gifted to them from above to get this car right, and they did nothing.
Here's another good one. Unfortunately, they're not going to make any major changes till the offseason. Just hope nobody gets seriously hurt in the final weeks. Dude, it is like every single week. Like, the first little bit of the season was not like this at all. I don't know what, I mean, of course, like the wrecks and drivers have said they've been harder and harder, but it's just like in the last 2 months alone.
Ever since Daytona.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, dude, I don't know what is going on. Obviously, somebody needs to blow a whistle or raise a flag. I think there's probably been way too much money spent for them to do much, to be like completely honest. And I hate it. And this kind of leads into this point here. Dennis Hamlin has been on a tear with Kevin Harvick this evening.
Yep.
So let me see. Okay. Brett Griffin tweeted, we could do an entire DBC on Denny Hamlin's tweets. And Denny replied saying it would take hours to explain how we got here, how we got to blown tires, breaking parts, crappy racing, and most of it revolves around, quote, cutting cost, end quote.
They always use that same damn excuse for everything. For everything.
Money.
I'm so tired of hearing it.
Mm-hmm.
I understand you got to cut costs, but I seriously believe they use that excuse for every damn thing just to cover their own ass.
Yeah, I mean, I have been on this show, and I think everybody will agree, I have been the strongest NASCAR apologist on this show. I always make excuses, and I always NASCAR will figure it out. That's what they do. But I do think that we're starting to get to the point to where we're playing with people's lives again. Anytime somebody straps into that car, obviously, there's a chance for something terrible to happen. There's a chance for something terrible to happen if I get into my car and just drive down to the gas station. Anytime you're in a vehicle, your odds of something bad happening rise tremendously. Obviously, I don't want to risk my life to the level that NASCAR drivers do. Therefore, I'll never be a NASCAR driver. But I don't think that adds to... And some people disagree, and I've actually had this conversation before with people. The idea of somebody putting themselves in danger and potentially dying, that does not sell a ticket to me. I don't want to be there and see that. I don't want to see terrible wrecks. I want to see everybody climb in their car, and I want to see everybody climb out at the end of the race. I hate wrecks. Of course, they add excitement and whatnot. Little cautions here and there, spin outs, that's fine. But I absolutely despise brutal wrecks. My whole life growing up, every time that there was a crash at Talladega or Daytona, I was terrified. Every single time, until I saw everybody else moving. I would guess that everybody here right now probably has that same exact outlook and opinion. I don't think that we are like the Romans, cheering on the gladiators being devoured by lions. I like to think we're a little bit more civil than that these days. But there still are a lot of people who are like, yeah, it's racing. It's supposed to be dangerous. Of course it's dangerous. They're driving cars really, really, really fast, very, very close together. But I don't think that we need to add to the danger. I regret something I said earlier this season because I thought it was going to be more beneficial. But I remember it vividly. I said, maybe it's a good thing that these cars aren't as safe because we might see more respectable racing. Clearly, that's not going to happen.
Oh, no, that went out the window fast. Yeah.
So, I mean, I still hold true to that because that was my hopeful thinking that these guys are like, yeah, these cars are dangerous. Maybe we shouldn't send it in, pedal to the metal into the corner, but they're still doing it, which, in some ways falls back on them to have the responsibility and self-govern. But also, it's if NASCAR is going to build these cars and send them to the teams to assemble, then these cars need to be safe.
And what's terrifying is they're going to Dega this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Do you think there's any chance that Denny gets fined for his comments?
No.
Quiet fined, maybe. I feel like Denny's at the point, though, if he gets fined, he's going to be like, yeah, I got fined.
Did Tony Stewart get fined when he shit-talked Goodyear?
No.
Back in the day? I don't think so. Because Tony ripped into Goodyear. What did he say? He said they exited out of Formula One.
They exited out of all motorsports because they couldn't build tire worth of shit.
Yeah. If Tony got by with it, then I'm sure Dennis will.
If Brian France was still CEO, yeah, Denny would get fined.
I assume that this is supposed to say if. What if NASCAR puts a limit on aggressive setups such as toe, caster, and camber?
I think
it takes the fun out of stock car racing, man. Like, what's the point? What's the point now if we can't be creative?
Yeah, and that's that double-edged sword we have to play with. How can we keep racing fun but also safe? And I mean, honestly, Gen 6 wasn't all that terrifying. We had some pretty vicious crashes in Gen 6, but I mean, apart from Ryan Newman and Kyle Busch's issues, Denny Hamlin, everybody generally walked away from their crashes.
The only one that sorry to interrupt. The only man, I feel like it's a crash that does not get talked about enough, but I saw it floating around yesterday. Ryan Truex's 2014 crash from Michigan where he broke his collarbone in practice. He was driving for BK Racing. I feel like that is one of the worst crashes we saw in the Gen 6 era that is not talked about.
That's actually a really fair point. A collarbone break is dangerously close to the neck. So like that impact there, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of crashes I'd say that are overlooked as far as their severity, just because of how like it goes back to what we said a little while ago, because of how soft they looked, from television. And we've seen some scary crashes and people walk away. We've seen some terrible crashes and people not walk away. It's
even the COT wasn't this bad. COT had problems going airborne. They wanted to fly to space every now and then. But I mean, think about Elliott Sadler's Pocono crash.
Yeah. He got out slowly, but he got out and he might have laid down. But at the end of the day, he was still there. And the next week, he got cleared. And he was battered, but he continued on without really any injury.
Which kind of goes into this. Was Ware out of control or unconscious? I think his car was just entirely broken off of that impact.
No steering, throttle hung. I think Ware was conscious. I think I will say this though. I think it knocked him loopy. I think that he didn't have any bearings, and he just saw that wall. And at the end of the day, all you can do is just brace.
So I did see like confirmed reports. After the crash, he radioed in and just said, "I need help."
That broke my heart, man.
Yeah. I was concerned when he went down with just like you could tell that the broadcast booth was speechless. They did not know what to do or say in that moment. Which, I mean, as a broadcaster, I couldn't imagine being like the landline for, the millions of people watching at home, like trying to, keep people up to date and whatnot. I wish in those situations that we had something else to do instead of to just keep the camera on pit road with the ambulance around it. Like, let's cut to the booth and have them playing rock, paper, scissors or something, But of course, I couldn't even imagine working in broadcast. I got to sit in a director's chair for the first time today, and directed a 60-second commercial. And by the time I was done, my pits were sweating. I was so terrified and nervous. And there was only 10 of us watching my production. So I couldn't imagine like knowing that 3.2 million people, well, it was Texas, so 100,000 people were watching. But yeah, I don't know. It's,
for me, it's like, I gotta wonder how that might, like a Dale, because that crash, the way that Ware hit that wall was eerily similar to Dale Sr. And having Dale Jr. up in that booth, watching that and just seeing how much damage was on that car, I can't imagine how that had to feel for him. And the one telling point that was really there is the tow truck got there very quickly.
Yeah.
But notice how they did not move the car, because if they moved the car, you would have seen there would have been a better view of Cody.
Right. That right there, that I noticed that too, and I was like, I don't know that this is good.
Yep. They didn't want to move that car. And honestly, for me, I went back and watched it a couple times. I will say this, it really made me upset. The AMR safety team let him fall. The Live Fast guys kept him from falling.
Yep.
That pissed me off.
I mean, the AMR safety team has not done their job. Like the Carson Hocevar, Chris Buescher, yeah.
And sorry to interrupt you, Dom. Honestly, it broke my heart for me because, BJ and Rick Ware, close friends. A lot of people on that Live Fest team are family friends of the Ware family, and I hate that where he stopped was BJ's pit box, because I'm friends with a lot of friends on that team, and it literally was such a sad sight. And frankly, the fans who were recording in the background, I'm glad they got shooed away. That's just wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to agree there.
I don't think anybody realized that he was probably like 3 feet away from. I'm not even joking.
God.
I'm not even joking when I say this. Literal death. Literal death.
I'm scared to think what would have happened. My thing is, I think he would have took out that wall. I think he would have took out the 48 pit box. I think it really would have been. Man, how do I reference this? You guys remember? It was a 2000. No, well, I was going to reference that, but you remember the 2005 ARCA race? I don't know if you guys have seen it, where an ARCA car, it was a Hendrick ARCA car, plowed into a bunch of crew people. The driver was like Blake Feast.
Was it at Daytona?
Daytona, yes.
I know exactly what you were talking about.
That's what I got flashbacks of that, and I scared to think what would have happened.
The biggest thing I think about is Mark Martin hitting that pit wall.
Yeah.
Yep, at Talladega.
Yeah.
Michigan.
Oh, Michigan. Sorry. Yeah. That also reminded me of I can't remember what year this was. Steve Park, he was practicing at Atlanta.
1998.
1998. He blows a tire, hits the tri-volt wall, and then he flies down the pit road and hits the pit wall and then breaks his leg. I thought he had a broken leg right here.
Just glad they zoomed out.
Yeah. Yeah, hold on. That wasn't even the right video. That was supposed to be the whole crash.
And, I think it's kind of ironic how, maybe NASCAR's regretting putting cameras in all 36 cars because now we got an onboard camera of Cody's crash. I don't know if you guys saw that video floating around.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be good for the R&D center.
Yeah, I think it's good for the public too. I think it's good for us to see
absolutely.
how violent these crashes are.
Yeah.
But I think it's good that NASCAR doesn't pay attention to them anyways.
We'll get to that later for sure. Yeah.
Just a few examples.
Austin Dillon's Daytona wreck, I thought he was seriously hurt.
That was at Kyle Larson's crash.
Yeah.
Was bad.
Almirola, where he broke his back.
Yeah. You think Texas is going to go the Atlanta route?
Please no.
Dude,
Please no.
I hope it goes. I hope it goes in any other direction than the one it's going in right now.
Listen, I love the new Atlanta. Don't get me wrong, but let's not get carried away.
Yeah, I feel like that. I think the new Atlanta is going to become the standard 1.5 racing style.
Well, here's the thing though. IndyCar still has a contract with Texas Motor Speedway, so if they do an Atlanta 2.0 at Texas, then I guess that means IndyCar is wanting another 2011 Las Vegas. If y'all know what I'm talking about. That's not a good idea at all for IndyCar.
Especially considering car counts are now well over 26 full-time again.
Yeah.
So, Brian Murphy with SHR, I forget what his position is.
He's got his takes.
Yeah. He said the body is definitely more durable than its metal counterparts, but it's behind the body, bumper, and front clip design that is causing drivers to feel the impact more.
Yep. I mean, I can't deny the fact that's 100% true, especially in the rear. Can't deny that.
Michael Waltrip's Bristol.
Oh, Mike Harmon. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
point. Yeah, him and Mike Harmon.
Michael Waltrip is lucky. That's
Yep.
all I could say. What would be the solution to getting rid of the wall openings on pit road?
Have like a, I don't know, like having like a swinging concrete or like a swinging door that just locks in, and then put a concrete barrier behind it.
Like Bristol's turn 3 wall for the haulers when they come in.
Yeah, something like that, and then put like a concrete barrier behind it. I mean, it wouldn't be necessarily a safe wall, but it's a wall nonetheless. Make like a safer barrier wall that swings in and out. I don't know, something like that. I don't think it'd be too hard to make, to be honest with you, and kind of surprised we haven't gotten that at this point.
Yeah, something like that. I think, how many racetracks do we have left where there's the outside barrier of pit wall? Phoenix, Bristol, Homestead, I think.
Charlotte for the Roval.
Yeah, I think tracks that have that barrier that divides the infield or the racetrack infield from pit road, I think maybe they don't need the barriers, but definitely like tracks where you could drive full throttle from the track like straight into one of those gaps in the pit wall, I think definitely need to be looked at. IndyCar rumors they don't want to go there because of PJ1.
They haven't wanted to go there in a long time.
I don't blame them.
No, can you? Let me see if I have some other talking points.
Ty Gibbs ramming Ty Dillon on pit road for no reason and nearly taking out an official and nothing happening to him, and everyone saying he's maturing when in reality I think that's utter bullcrap.
Yeah. So I didn't have a problem with it at first, but it took me a little bit to realize that there was an official right there. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind. I see.
There was a whole team.
Yeah,
he could have walked it all.
Unacceptable.
Brad Keselowski tweeted about it too, because that was his picker pretty much.
Yeah, it was Busher's crew, wasn't it?
Yeah, he wasn't happy about that, and of course, don't blame him.
Yeah, rightfully so, because with how sensitive those cars are, I mean, you break a toe link, that car could easily veer. You never know.
Yeah, so here's a terrible quality. Look at how close he was there.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah,
that is not even
like I get it being mad at Ty for hitting you. I get it. But dude, you could have waited 10 more seconds to show your frustration.
Yeah. Come on, Ty.
If he would have waited a second, that could have been very bad.
Yeah.
Very true, Junior. Very true.
Yeah.
Ty had to put on the brakes. Which Ty?
Yeah.
We got two of them. So are we in agreement that Ty Gibbs deserves some form of penalty?
Yeah.
Yes.
How can you penalize Ty Gibbs in a meaningful way?
Suspend him for a race.
Cup
in
race.
The Cup Series? Yeah, but I mean,
race.
how does that actually affect him?
I think
it teaches him a lesson saying we're not playing around here, dude.
I think NASCAR is in an easy position to suspend him because there aren't a whole lot of implications for suspending Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, I mean it's not even hard to find a backup driver. Just put Nemechek in.
Yeah, I think he should be suspended for a race for that one.
Gibbs is an idiot and needs
Okay.
parked for all of Vega.
Maybe not for Xfinity.
Yeah,
Let him
Dylan
keep
did.
going for the
Dylan did lock her
championship.
up. Gibbs needs a 1 or 2 race suspension.
Not 2, just 1, in my opinion. Not 2.
Well, very interested to see what happens on penalty day tomorrow.
Yeah. Ty Dillon had to hit the brakes hard enough to lock them up. Insane how easily it could have been for something far more serious. Ty is not ready for Cup yet. I agree. I think that the same immaturity that Noah Gragson has displayed over the last year and a half on up until the later half of this season. I mean, the dude's on a tear now.
I'll be honest, I'm still not a fan of his personality. I'll be honest, I'm still not a fan of it.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I still think Noah's immature in a lot of ways. I think anybody who disagrees is just kind of fanboying it up a little too much. I mean, they should suspend Byron as well.
Yeah.
So next talking point.
Get right into it.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's not really a whole lot to talk about when it comes to this race. This race itself was a dumpster fire that doesn't deserve any respect. So let's just point out all of the bad things that happened in the race.
Yeah. Okay. Denny gets into Byron. All right. Fire comes out of his exhaust. Denny was letting off the gas. I think he was trying to stay off of Byron. Denny said he didn't think he hit Byron. I do think he hit Byron and knocked him into the wall. Let's see. Okay. So he gasses.
I'm trying to find the initial incident.
He gasses it up, spins him out under caution. But the thing that gets me is that they say because the 19 car, they were paying attention to the 19 car, that they didn't see any of that went on.
So here's another Denny quote. And it was with Jeff Gluck. So Gluck tweeted the information that was given by Scott Miller. And Denny said, they missed it. What an effing joke. It played on the screen 5 times during caution. Gluck replied back and said, he said if they'd have seen it, they would have either given you your spot back or sent Byron to the back. He said they should have had eyes on it. And Denny said, "We were on the radio yelling at them. What happened? I challenged my spot. What are they doing up there then?"
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Denny.
I'm not a Denny fan by any means, but even I agree that was a bad call.
Yeah.
Scott Miller is such a bullshitter and excuse maker. Absolutely pathetic. I'm glad he was honest that he didn't pay attention, but that's just embarrassing. I don't really like to call for people's jobs.
Yeah, see, there's fire out of the exhaust right there. He was letting out of the gas.
I don't like to call for people's jobs, but this is literally not the first time where that tower has not paid attention. A month ago at Daytona for the rain. Last year at New Hampshire for the rain. Ryan Blaney's window net. I could literally go on for hours if y'all want me to.
But now Byron's got the whole label of hypocrite now. That's the thing. Byron could have just let this go and went on, but I'm thinking back to Darlington. He fenced Logano and made a big bitch fit in pit road about it. And now it's a problem that's been done to him.
Now, do you think that Denny carries these things on too long? Think back to Ross Chastain at Gateway.
No, dude, I love it.
It's entertaining, but maybe a little too long, yes. But it is entertaining.
Dude, me and Colby are on the same page, yeah. Like, it's fun to be like, ooga booga, but at the same time, it just hurts the integrity.
I enjoy it. I
do too. It is entertaining.
So here is William Byron's dash cam footage, where you can clearly see that after the caution lights come on, I mean, this is no mistake by any means. Here we go.
Dang, he really bunted him.
He ran him over.
So
just flat out ran him over.
So Kyle Busch quote tweeted this on Twitter yesterday. This is another interesting quote. He said, "No penalty for this. Depends on who you are." I see.
Exactly.
Yep.
Hendrick, they've been in good books with Chase for a long time. I'll even go back and say that 2020 race at Martinsville where I've never seen a Jack guy run back and forth and get a penalty rescinded like that. To me, that I'm still salty about that penalty because I'm like, no. I've never seen that before. How ironic that that's the first time something like that happened.
And the Charlotte Roval last year where they let him ride around with a bumper hanging off.
And Pockris, he tried to cover that up. And I'm like, when have we ever seen, even at a road race, somebody with stuff falling off the car and they don't mind it?
And they used an excuse like, "Oh, it depends on the track." I'm like, "We fuck off." It
come
doesn't
on.
matter.
Bernsey, no, nothing did happen to him. I think that stuff happening after the checkered flag is really just popcorn.
Oh, that was just Truex being mad. I mean, come on, you can't be mad. Johnson really did, not on purpose, but he did take him out. He did cost him a win. Truex was just mad. I mean, I can't be. You can't be salty about that.
Shout out JJ. He announced his retirement today.
Yeah, it was coming.
Regardless, it was sad, dude, because I mean, he had already left the sport, and I get that. But that is another huge part of all of our childhoods, like, done with racing. And we might see Jimmy, and I think we will see Jimmy back in a cup car at some point. I think if we were to see him, I think it would be at like the Chicago street course kind of event.
Yeah.
I don't think with the current situation, the way NASCAR is looking to guys who are veterans and like retired, I don't think that they're really drooling at the mouths to come back. Carl Edwards is sitting back in his lawn chair, feet propped up, smoking a cigar, watching these races.
Laughing at this clown show.
Yeah.
But I want to see Jimmy Johnson and Kyle Busch go at it in the Indy 500 next year, please.
Do you think that this is not at all what we're talking about, but do you think that Ross Chastain is smiling right now because Denny's eyes is finally on somebody else?
I think Denny, if Denny does not make it into the championship 4, Denny will pick our champion.
Yep.
It's going to be a wrecking course, yeah.
Yeah,
and that could happen.
I think Denny finally made his point at Pocono.
I would say so, but if I'm not mistaken, Denny did say something about it not being over.
Yeah. And he's definitely not going to let this Byron thing over. And
he's added to the list.
Oh, dude, yeah. If I'm gonna piss Denny
The
Hamlin
shit
off,
list,
I'm
yep.
doing it in the first half of the season. I'm not doing it in the middle of the playoffs.
No.
Byron's fucked. So
what do you guys think the penalty should be for Byron?
The race penalty, what should have happened during the race was kind of what Dale Earnhardt got, I guess, in some ways, 5-lap penalty. I don't think that's being. I think a 5-lap penalty would have been extremely fair and definitely maybe a 25-point owner and driver fine, and throw on another $25,000.
because NASCAR should be consistent with this because Kyle Busch destroyed Ron Hornaday under caution at Texas 11 years ago.
Don't bring that up. Oh,
yeah,
man.
well,
That's fine. I know you kind of Busch fan, but I love Ron.
No, and listen, I wasn't even proud of it. Just to be clear, like I thought that was stupid. Because when Kyle did that, because Kyle was still fine, like he could have been able to race. I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You just cost yourself a race. But anyway, so Kyle trashed Hornaday under caution suspension. Johnny Sauter to Austin Hill at Iowa 2019 suspension. William Byron. So since it's a Hinder boy, they're obviously not going to suspend.
Pat on the back saying, "Hey, you did your best."
NASCAR caters to hindering. You can't tell me otherwise. So, I think what they're going to do is, or what they should do, since they're not going to suspend him, unfortunately, a point dock.
So, I think it's like a catch-22 for NASCAR. Do you heavily penalize a playoff driver in the playoffs? So this is where NASCAR's got to have their scale of justice, right? Entertainment, integrity. Which way is the scale going to fall? I think for the playoffs, I don't think that we're going to see anything happen to William Byron. He should be. I think a fair punishment, honestly, it's not too crazy. Just giving him the finishing position of the point and the points of the last car on the lead lap. I think that would be more than just. It obviously would hurt him playoffs wise, but it doesn't end his season by any means.
Still 25th place.
Yeah. So I mean, that's nothing that's insane or terrible, but it's okay. Well, next time I do this, it could cost me a spot in the playoffs. So I think if NASCAR is going to let the drivers, govern themselves in that sense, I think if Denny retaliates, God forbid, I hope he doesn't at Talladega.
No.
But if Denny retaliates at the Roval, and NASCAR were to penalize Denny in any way, I think that would be
hypocritical.
Very incredibly, yes. I'd say that's probably a little aggressive.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
They're not going to do that.
Yeah. Don't forget, guys, he has a concussion. So
that explains it.
Yeah. But you know what? This is a good opinion that Cooper has. If you haven't subbed or liked yet or shared, go retweet the Dalton singing tweet. It's beautiful. Jacob, did you see it?
I did right before it came on.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
It sounded so bad, but I'm sorry.
You know what, Dalton? At least you tried. And that's all that matters.
I ain't gonna waste another drop of whiskey on JGR
until next week
or this 2022 season. Can I just talk about that real quick?
Go for it, pal.
This is the first time ever when Kyle Busch wrecked that I had zero fucking reaction. That's how much I don't give a fuck right now. It should never get. It's sad when it gets to that point because I thought the 2020 season was bad, but this is 1,000 times worse. Kyle never had a streak this bad in 2020 at all. It's DNF after DNF after DNF. And yesterday, another DNF. And when I watched Kyle back into the wall live, and you know how I always get mad and throw my hat, punch a wall, some shit like I did at the Darlington stream? When Kyle backed in the wall, I just sat there like, all right, whatever. Watched him go to the garage, didn't react, and I took a fucking nap. That never happens. So
I
seriously just don't give a fuck anymore. I can't even tell y'all how much I just don't fucking care. I've already flipped the script. I'm ready for 2023. I don't give a shit about these final 6 races.
Dalton's like that. You know, when everybody's had it. You know that job you had where after that one shift, you sat in your car and you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna milk the clock now. That's
didn't even
Dalton
give a
right
fuck.
now.
I didn't even give a fuck about this weekend's race. The Tennessee-Florida game was the only fucking thing on my mind this week. And after that game ended, I'm like, oh wait, we're gonna Texas tomorrow. Oh, what? I really don't want to watch, but unfortunately, I'm going to because I want to represent the 18 M&M's car for as much as I can before the season's out. But they're not getting the ending they deserve, unfortunately. M&M's deserves better, and Interstate Batteries ran their last race with Kyle Busch yesterday. And Norm Miller and Interstate Batteries has been a wonderful sponsor for Kyle for 15 years. And I hate that that's how they went out. But
do you think that it's so? I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. An honest, genuine answer. Do you think that Toyota/JGR, do you think that they are sabotaging Kyle Busch?
I think Toyota is. I don't know about JGR, but Toyota literally could have afforded to keep Kyle Busch. There were like a lot of reports saying that they could have, but and Kyle could have signed a multi-year deal with 2311, and Toyota said no. So that tells you anything.
It's funny because I think it's the opposite.
Honestly, I fucking hope it is. I hope Kyle Busch is just wasting Joe Gibbs and TRD's money to end the season. Why the fuck? Who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? And which is exactly why for the final 6 weeks, I'm just going to expect a DNF every fucking week till 2023. I just do not give a flying horse's dick anymore. I'm fucking done.
Does this week really count, though? Because, I mean, it wasn't just Kyle. It was like half the field. Does this week count as like Kyle having a Toyota issue?
This was Kyle's fault. This was Kyle's fault yesterday. I'm not blaming that on Toyota or JGR or anybody. I mean, Kyle lost it.
You're blaming it on Kyle?
This time, yeah. I blame.
I thought Kyle had a tire that went down.
No, he lost it.
Oh,
it was the bumps on. Or you know what? That's just Texas Motor Speedway being the hot pile of shit that it is.
Full circle.
Yeah, I can't even tell y'all how much I don't give a fuck. I'm ready for 2023. Whatever. Kyle can DNF the final 6 weeks, and I'm just not gonna give a horse's dick. Just get it the fuck over with.
Colby, Jacob, do y'all have anything to add to the question? Do you think it's a conspiracy?
I was told by my media boss to keep my mouth shut about that, so I'm sorry.
Okay, that's touche.
That's fair.
Touche. Dalton, are you, now that like Kyle Busch's season is done, and you don't care about like the 18's performance a whole lot, do you have like a secondary driver that you're pulling for in the playoffs?
I honestly just don't care about the rest of the season. I've officially lost interest. I said that last week. I seriously just don't care about the rest of the season anymore. It's been that bad. And it's gotten to the point where I'm just numb to the pain right now. I just fucking told you. When Kyle back to the wall, I had no emotion whatsoever. No emotion. That's the first time I've ever shown no emotion for a Kyle Busch wreck. And the next time I do writing reactions, if the same thing happens, I'm literally just going to sit there and not say a damn word. I'm just going to be like, okay. My mind is on my Tennessee Vols for the rest of the year until 2023. Whatever the fuck happens, happens.
Junior always felt like JGR was just done with Kyle's antics.
Stop being a crybaby. Wow.
So real quick, we did have a member of the cult at the race, and he was kind enough to send me. So here's a picture of the wear incident from where Tristan was at.
Damn.
Yeah.
Good view.
Good seats. Yeah. Let me swap over to one of the videos. So that's the Xfinity series. Dude, nothing beats like being that close to the track. But I can only do it for a little while. I do not like staying that close to the track the entire time. Like if I can move up, I like to move up. I don't know about you guys.
I like to sit high.
You can't see shit that low. Except the Bristol.
For me. All around.
Parv. We made that F Parv shirt because of just a stack of reasons.
Yeah, it's literally like, you know, the scrolls that people like let go and then they roll for miles. There's a scroll out there with just 6,000 feet worth of reasons as to why we have a fuck Parv shirt.
Everyone in the chat, everyone watching the stream right now, comment RFK for RFK shirt if you would wear it, or comment Parv game. I want to see.
Would you rather wear this shirt or a shirt that says #Parv game?
I'm excited for this now.
Vertical videos are the bane of society, but that's the way we got to record in our generation because we want to post them to Snapchat and Instagram and TikTok and all the fun social medias. You got the Parv Gang shirt coming. RFK won 10,000%. We have an RFK. RFK.
I've been begging for a Rouse's back shirt, left turn cold version for this entire fucking time.
Burnsy, no, we can't incorporate both.
Yeah, Parv what if we did Parv's face instead of yours though, where it said Roush is back, and it makes it look like Parv is just a diehard Roush fan?
I would actually like that.
There's no time to edit it.
Can it be like the Pantera album cover where I'm just punching Parv in the face and it says Roush is back?
I'm a video editor. I don't want to edit. Let's see. Oh, here's a cool one.
Oh, there's Mr. September Part 2.
I legit thought he was going to pass out after that win or vomit again.
I'm surprised he didn't.
Same.
No.
Copying Michael Waltrip. I wonder why more drivers haven't went out the roof patch. It's kind of actually quite a fun way to honestly
Dude,
get out.
when was it Ross who did it at Coda?
I think,
or was
so.
it Dega? I think it was Dega, maybe, where he came out of the roof patch. Yeah, I like to think that he's already throwing up. Right.
Dude, I just want to also shout out. Yeah, I know a lot of people call him a crybaby. Man, after watching Darlington and yesterday, I genuinely feel for Truex. He had those races. He maybe wasn't going to win, but he was going to be a contender. And he literally had both ripped away for none of his own doing. And Bristol.
It is true.
I think Truex, I said it last week, actually. Truex has had the shittiest best year of all time.
Yeah.
Well, Tyler Reddick won. I don't know what to do in this situation because we have a thing where we let the person's, like, if their driver wins, they talk. Cody is the Reddick fan.
Hold on, wait.
But Dalton's got an 8 hat on.
A future ride, baby.
So are you excited about the Reddick win?
Actually, yeah.
Weird,
good for
it's like
RCR.
the weird SpongeBob or Spider-Man meme where he's like,
wait, Cody. Let's try to turn
wrong way.
Wait.
Yeah, somebody screenshot this. Okay, hopefully they got it.
Wait.
Hopefully they got it.
They couldn't see my finger for the background of my fucking wall.
Are we good?
My last name.
Okay. Shout out to Reddick for warming Kyle's car up for him.
Yeah, thank you, Reddick.
Let's
Dakota
go,
sent
Reddick.
me sent us a interesting text yesterday in the group chat. He listened to Tyler Reddick's scanner after the win. Richard Seldes said, and I quote, "Great job, A-team." No mention of Tyler Reddick.
Do you think he sits out and does nothing next year and just gets paid?
Tyler Reddick?
Yeah.
I think he'll be the R&D car for RCR.
He's definitely gonna get the shit in his stick. There's no question about that.
Oh yeah, they are.
Look at him burning it down, dude.
Now, I'm gonna get another prediction. I think Richardson is gonna make all of Tyler Reddick's sponsors move to Kyle
Was that win number 3 for him?
this year. Yep, first on the oval.
Dude, he really burned it down, didn't he?
And the tires didn't even blow.
Crazy. Yeah, crazy.
All right, so real quick, the points just took a huge turnover. Joey Logano's in the lead. He's leading the points. Cody, I think it was you that said that Joey Logano's going to win the championship this year, right?
Oh boy.
It was me. I said that immediately following the season finale last year.
Well,
because it makes sense. 2022. 2022. It's Joey's year.
he's plus 30. Ross Chastain has moved way up. He's plus 18 in second. William Byron, we don't know about the penalty yet. He's plus 17. Kyle Larson is plus 16. Ryan Blaney is plus 15. Denny Hamlin is plus 8. Daniel Suarez is plus 4. Chase Elliott is plus 4, her regular season champion. And on the bubble, we got Briscoe, Cindric, Bell, and Bowman. Briscoe is 4 points out. Cindric is 11 points out. Bell is 29 points out. And Bowman is 30 points out. So I'd say Bell and Bowman are must-wins. Chase Briscoe and Cindric could probably make it in. What's crazy is Elliott being that low.
It's surprising for Chase, but at the same time, it's not. The last few weeks for Chase have been less than ideal. Honestly, I'm not going to be surprised if Chase exits this round. Unless he just totally turns it around. Dalton, I've kept that comment up just for you. Unless Chase can turn it around soon, I think he's done. I think that he had a hell of a summer, and it seems that the drought is coming in from the raining of wins.
The thing is, second through fifth, they are only 1 point above each other. And then, you know, Denny Hamlin, Blaney's plus 15 on the cut line. But I mean, it's still so close. Like if they wreck, it could change completely again.
Who is the most likely that is safe right now above the bubble? Who is the most likely to drop out?
Logano is safe. I think Bowman's done.
I think Suarez.
Joey's safe, and I want to say Christopher Bell. Hold on. Let me think this through. Yeah, fuck it. Christopher Bell's season comes to an end.
Kyle Larson.
True. Talladega's always sucked for him.
Horrible super speedway racer.
Yeah, I mean, he almost won Talladega.
What if he takes out Chase at Talladega?
I
Then
would
he would win, so he would be locked in. It's just for Twitter.
Yep.
Dude,
I don't. Great.
I don't need another mental breakdown because Kyle Larson wrecking his teammate. I'm already on every Kyle Larson fan on Twitter's shit list.
You are.
I don't need to come up it anymore. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, I think Kyle Larson is going to struggle. So, man, oh man. Where is he going to struggle at, boys?
Sorry, repeat the question.
Where is Kyle Larson going to struggle?
Talladega for sure.
Yeah, segue into Talladega.
Yeah. God, I don't know why I didn't get that. If we even get to race this weekend.
Yeah, so there's a hurricane coming.
Damn it, Ian.
We got a triple threat.
Yeah, so is ARCA running this weekend too? No? Okay.
Nope, we're at Salem.
Okay.
At where?
Salem. Salem, that's not really a throwback race, but it kind of is, and yeah, that'll be a fun race. But yeah.
I didn't see this comment. I think Hendrick sacrificed Elliott to give Bowman and Byron a shot to advance. In the cult of Mr. H, Daniel Suarez might still edit the Roval.
I could see it.
Solid take. Parva's that kind of person that only hates someone for one reason and doesn't know how to forget about something that happened 20 years ago. Hurricanes raining all the sports.
Then you rolled in with your hair in the wind, baby, without warning.
Shout out Luke Holmes. All right, so we have Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup this weekend. So fun fact, last year for this race, me and Jacob were there. We entered a pool, and I had Tate Fogelman as my my draw in the pool. So I was like, well, I already lost $25. But guess what?
He wins.
Yeah, he absolutely just dumps John Hunter Nemechek for the win. So,
which was my guy.
Yeah, that was, dude, poetic justice.
That was
beautiful. Yeah, that was beautiful. So boys, are we going to see a crazy winner this weekend, or is it going to be a chalky guy? Let's hear it.
Yes, we are. Fuck it. Spencer Boyd.
Natalie Decker.
Whoa. That's the first time that's ever been said on this show.
Holy shit.
That's the first time that's ever been said on this show. That's history.
That's history.
Hall of Fame moment.
She's going to run at the back of the draft. They're going to crash on the last lap, and she's going to get the win.
Just
for
cut
Josh Rayon.
No.
Yeah.
The Sharknado's going to come in, wipe everybody out except her. Then she wins.
I think it's going to be a playoff driver.
No, let's see here. Seriously, let's see here.
Ooh, Jordan Anderson.
Yeah, that'd be a good choice. Yeah, screw it. I'll go with. I mean, call me biased because he's kind of my boss, but I'll go with Timmy Hill.
I mean, I don't think that's a blind bias. Timmy always performs well at super speedways. So
yeah, he's kind of my boss though. So you can call me
there's
biased.
a bias. Yeah. He said if you don't say that, you're fired.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Oh, side note, Tyler Hill was pissed at me that I picked him to DNQ back at Richmond. He wouldn't talk to me the whole weekend at Kansas.
Listen, it happens. It happens.
I'm going Zane Smith. I think Zane Smith's taking it home at Dega.
So for me, dude, I mean, something's got to give for this guy. I think John Hunter is going to redeem himself after just this brutal stretch. John Hunter Nemechek is going to win at Talladega.
At least Tate's not in the race to wreck him.
Yeah,
he's not even running.
That's true. Yep. Was that everybody?
That was everybody.
All right. We're going Xfinity racing. You know, my car was going about as fast as that Xfinity internet.
$1,500 bonus right there.
Yep.
By the way, that's actually how much they get.
Oh, is it?
Yep, that's why everyone wants to say that. That's why every low budget team makes gets a $1,500 bonus.
Dude, I would say it like 20 times. I would just be like, yeah, my car is fast as Xfinity. Xfinity.
I would hold a live stream saying it 50,000 times.
And actually, that before we get into our Xfinity picks, I actually want to get your guys' opinion on this. 2024 is the last season of the Xfinity sponsorship.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, the 10-year deal is up. What do we?
I feel like they re-signed.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I've heard a lot of people tell me that it's not happening.
Really?
If it doesn't? Who do you guys think?
Geico.
I could see that.
Bush.
Oh, I would love that. Nostalgia.
No, dude, it would all fall into place because we're getting Crash with Truck Series back,
Yeah.
So let's get the Busch Series back. Let's fucking
The NASCAR Busch Series. That would be hardcore.
It's definitely going to be one of the premier sponsors in the Cup Series. One of those, or well, not Xfinity, but
yeah.
I think Busch would be stupid not to do that if the opportunity was available.
Yes.
All the marketing they could do.
Dude, yeah, and Busch has such a strong like campaign within NASCAR. I mean, they push the hell out of it. So I think it would make sense. Yeah, I'd love to see Busch.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I just didn't mean to interrupt that. Yeah,
No, you're fine.
Xfinity picks.
Well, Jacob, did you give a brand?
I thought Xfinity would resign.
Okay.
Yeah, Xfinity picks for Talladega. Well, if qualifying happens, my pick is Joe Nemechek. Problem is, no owner points. If we don't qualify, you don't get to race. But if he does and he makes the show, my pick's Joe Nemechek because they have a full showroom off the floor JGR car for him to drive. And with these opportunities, Joe's going to race like a madman, even at 50.
That would be really cool.
Yep, even at 59, he's still got it.
Old front row Joe. I think we all know who my pick is. It's the best driver in the Xfinity Series. It's Austin Hill.
I'm already on your back for this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude, So I'm sure like whenever the LTC betting card comes out, I'm going to cry to Vince to make sure that Austin Hill's name is on that. If he doesn't put it on there, then I'm just going to do like, I'm going to Photoshop it. And then in a parentheses be like Cody's pick, Austin Hill. We have a Parker Kligerman.
That's a good car.
Dude, the 69 Mega Series. Let's do it. The racing brought to you today by 69mega.com. Colby, you probably
Let's
have
get ready for 69 Mega!
That was pretty good. Colby, you're probably confused as to what the 69 Mega thing is that we keep referring to. Yeah. So last week, during the show, we had a sex bot in the chat, and it just kept spamming the porn site link. So we just started shouting them out. So that's our official, unofficial sponsor now.
I love that.
I just read Junior's comment in his voice, and he said, "Fuck FDA, bring back the Winston."
You know what 69 Mega reminds me of, like it being our sponsor? It's like the scene from Talladega Nights when Ricky Bobby had Julio Stonks from Ben.
Noah Gregson 5 in a row incoming.
He crashes out. I'm calling that.
What's up, Smoke?
Hey.
I think 5 in a row is pretty insane. Dalton, did you pick?
Not yet. You want me to go?
Yeah.
All right.
You better be picking who I think you're going to pick.
All right. So it was a fun weekend down in Knoxville, Tennessee, because the Tennessee Vols finally whooped some Florida Gator ass. Now, Tennessee, unfortunately, is off this week. They have their bye week. But Knoxville, Tennessee is still going to get a W this weekend. Trevor motherfucking Bain.
Hey, let's just be happy it's not Drew Dollar. That was supposed to be him.
Exactly. So Trevor Bain is going to get Knoxville, Tennessee another W this weekend by winning at Talladega. I'm calling it right now. Shout out to his coffee shop, too.
Cody loves that pick.
Dude, I
just need Darrell Waltrip to say, happy birthday, Trevor Bain, 20 years old again. That's all we need.
I would much rather chew my toenails off than to see Trevor Bain win a race. And I wholeheartedly mean that. Dude, I guarantee you right now, here's my public statement. I've always got to give just one spicy take for the people to roast me for. Trevor Bain will be out of the race by lap 75.
No. I think half the field will be out of the race by lap 75.
Yeah. Hey, Dave, that's Florida Gators orange, not Tennessee orange. Florida Gators orange is prison orange. Anyway, moving on.
I feel like we'll have a Daytona again in all the playoff effects. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. For me, Xfinity Series, I'm actually going to pick Ryan Sieg.
The only reason I don't agree with that is the Fords at plate tracks and in the Xfinity side, they don't have a lot of friends. and they don't have a lot of power out front. Good pushers, but out front is where the Chevrolets can pull, Fords can push. That's what I've seen.
All it takes is just getting to the tri-oval.
True.
All right, this is the picks I'm ready for. Cup Series picks, boys. Dalton's went last every damn time. He should go first.
All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and give my main pick.
It's been a crazy week for sports, hasn't it? I mean, there's a lot of things that's happened. Let's see. First off, MTSU beat Miami in football. AP 25 team for the first time ever. Heck yeah, go Blue Raiders, by the way. We've seen the epic battle between Tennessee and Florida, the most anticipated game of the week. Oh my gosh, who the fuck cares? Except for like a lot of people in Tennessee. Except for like Cody, Cody doesn't care because he's the Virginia Tech guy. Tennessee almost lost, but whatever. We saw Miami Dolphins almost lose to the Bills after punting a ball straight up their player's butt, but they still won, which is great because now we're 3-0. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about NASCAR. We're talking about the giant clusterfuck that was absolute Texas. And everybody here in Left Turn Cold hates, Texas. And, Denny Hamlin, William Byron, that whole thing, they probably talked about that crap. The horrible, unsafe cars that they're using right now, they just need to fix that safety issues and all that stuff. I didn't get to watch the race because I was at tech rehearsal for the show I'm working on. Sorry, oh, Paul doesn't watch the races. Here comes those jokes. Ha ha ha! So funny because I don't know what that voice was, but pretty cool, right? I didn't get to watch the race, so I don't have much to comment on, but I do know that Roush is back, baby.
What a bitch.
So funny. They're not back. Brad might got top 10, but that don't fucking matter. I've said fuck 4 times now. But maybe I'll stop.
I'm showing
Tyler Reddick won. Now there's 4 drivers who are non-playoff drivers who won. Technically Tyler Reddick, but he got eliminated. But anyways, you probably heard them talk about Texas and how bad it was so much that you don't want to hear me talk about it. You want to hear me give out my predictions for Dega. I don't even know about Dega, man. Dega's a super speedway. It might rain. It might not rain. It might, rain in turn 1 and then they don't call it and then a huge big one happens and all that stuff. Goodyear might actually explode, and then like Michelin will come in or whatever. But yeah, anyways, I guess I'll give out my predictions because I guess I overstayed my welcome because I know how much y'all hate hearing me talk. It hurts.
I use doodle lots.
Anyways, my underdog, I guess, I don't know. Corey LaJoy. Because why not? He did well like one course, whatever, one track, whatever. He might do well here because it's super speedway, and freaking BJ McLeod could win that race. I don't know. But for my main pick, just because I don't even know what's going on, I don't know who to pick, to be honest, because my picks have sucked the past few weeks, I guess. But I'll go for the number 11, Denny Hamlin. Yeah, sure. Why not? Go for Denny Hamlin. Because, he can win. He locks himself in. Be the first driver to actually lock himself in with the win. But yeah, that's about it for me, I guess. Things happen. Life happens. Whatever. Just stop going to Texas. You have COTA. COTA is perfect for Texas. And then get out of Texas. Except for COTA. Texas Motor Speedway can be demolished. Bring in North Wilkesboro. Bring back Rockingham.
Iowa.
There you go. I just made a lot of people happy with that comment. Bring back Rockingham. Yeah. You heard it here first. Anyways, thank you all. Sorry, I know it's been 4 minutes and 25 seconds, but yeah, parking out.
I keep forgetting that Parv has these videos. I do it every week, man. I try to skip them.
You try to you try to skip them.
Yeah, dude. I do it every week. All right. I'm going to go right off the bat. My underdog is McDowell. Somebody just said that in the comments. Ron, I agree with you. My main pick, all right. I'm not saying this because of the bias. I'm saying this because I actually think it's going to happen. I think Brad K takes Dega.
Brad K.
Dude, he's hungry.
I don't hate that.
Hungry.
I don't hate that at all. I'll go next. Underdog for Talladega. Not a playoff driver. We can't do winners either, right?
No, we can do winners. It's just they
out
can't
of the
be in the
playoffs.
playoffs. Yeah.
Okay, then Bubba Wallace.
Bubba's a good one.
Now for the primary pick. I think me and Ron are on the same page here. Joseph is due. Joseph knows how to run super speedways. I think Joseph is going to get it done, lock himself in to his eventual championship.
All right, so for my underdog, never done this one before. Never thought I'd say this, but I'm doing Todd Gittlein. And
Interesting.
For my main pick, I want to do. I'm gonna stay in the RCR camp because I'm just done with Toyota JGR at this point. I'm going with Austin Dillon.
For me, underdog pick, I will take Sayer because he was strong at the 500, strong at, Talladega, they had a gear issue. He was arguably the most competitive car in that last 20-lap run at Daytona. I'll take the 62 of Gregson as my underdog pick. And my main winner's pick, I just forgot, who was it? Oh yeah, I think he gets the win he should have got back in the Springs.
I didn't mean to cut you off like that. I accidentally hit the wrong button.
What did he say? I didn't hear the driver.
Just say it again because I cut you off as soon as you said his name.
Oh, both of them?
No, just the last. Your main pick.
I think he gets the win that got taken from him in the spring race, Eric Jones.
Okay, Eric Jones. Interesting. Eric Jones is Parv's favorite driver. You want to know something else about Parv?
Sure.
Hey, yo, who's back, Parv? Who's back? Hey, the whole podcast is gonna own it. Oh, I'm owning it. Rouse is back, baby. Rouse is back. Say it louder, Parv. Say it louder.
I knew that video existed. I knew it existed.
I love that.
We did do it. It was a Parv jump scare. My bad.
Proof's in the pudding, man. He said it.
Always in the pudding. So we are at 2 hours and 37 minutes live. I don't know how many laps are left in this race. Junebug's going for the lead. Is that Rudiman pushing him?
Shout out David Rudiman, that Aaron's Dream Machine.
David Rudiman. Dude, I want to interview David Rudiman.
I wonder where the hell he's at.
Dirt racing with his father, Buzzy.
Is he?
Okay.
Buzzy?
Yeah, Buzzy's. I think Buzzy's still racing in his late 70s.
Dude, that's dope.
That is pretty cool.
Junior, I'm sorry, but I don't know why, but 2009 was my favorite year.
Dude, that's a bad take. 2009 was a great year.
Yeah, dude, Mark Martin had a hell of a season.
Should have won the title.
Like the NASCAR season was good that year, and like the whole year in general, like outside of NASCAR was good too. The only thing I hate about 2009 was Kyle Busch losing to fucking Brian Vickers in the chase.
Yeah, that was
embarrassing. Shout out Brian Vickers. I'd like to get him on an episode of LTC.
I don't know if you want to do that.
We have covered Brian Vickers.
I don't think it's even legal to get him on this.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's.
It's kind of upsetting that Parv has a favorite driver who isn't Harv.
That's true, man. That goes so good.
How many laps we got? 48 to go. Okay, so I was hoping I'm gonna just fast forward it a little bit. We have to have the conclusion of this race on the screen, right?
Yes.
He's going to go to the outside. Edwards turns him. No.
Oh, this is where Kyle spins.
Dalton's like pain. That's what this is.
That's
So,
that pedigree car. I'm not gonna miss that shit.
So let me bring back this old school banner, our first ever banner. For the next little bit, let's go back to our shit posting segment to close out the show. I've not ignored chat, but I've not responded to every comment per normal. Do you guys like this chat? Do you guys like this format better where we talk, or do you like it when we go off the rails and just reply to comments? I mean, it's really up to you guys. You're the ones who watch. We're like your yeah, you know, like the little monkey that like dances and the guy's like cranking the thing behind him. That's us, and you're the guy who's like cranking the music box. Ivan says yes. Is that yes to you like this format? I don't like this chat thing. Just being in the chat. I don't like when go to your park talk. God.
Jesus.
Okay. Mix of both. Off the rails. I remember the 2009 Dega race because I fell off a scooter and hurt my knee that Friday. Dude, isn't it crazy how like those moments just like imprint things into your brain? Thank you, Dave. Appreciate you. So the way we did this show would be a thumbs up, I would assume. How many laps do we have left here? Oh my God, it's the big one.
Oh, trouble hard in the wall, Robbie Gordon. And around goes Jimmy Johnson.
You just scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, dude. What the hell?
My heart just stopped. Hot take. The drivers should race their haulers at North Wilkesboro for the All-Star race. I'm here for it.
I agree. Brayton would be a great driver.
Who would win? In all seriousness, which driver in the Cup Series would win a big rig race?
BJ McLeod, 100%.
I was about to say that because BJ's one of the few guys who's driven haulers for years.
Yeah, dude, he would wreck shit.
Dude, honestly, I feel like Chris Bell stands a good shot.
I'm just shaking my head at this comment coming up.
Can we finish the race, boys, please? Dalton, Kyle Busch needs to learn how to drive.
I know.
He said, I know. Manscaped promotes their lawnmower 3.0 and has skin-safe technology. I can tell you that this is false. Blowjob looks like a true trucker. He does look like a trucker. That is like a whole man. I'm trying to think of somebody else. Mike Harmon, I bet, would be like a contender.
Oh, if we're going through all three series, Carl Long, Mike Harmon, they would school everyone.
Who's like an old head who just gives like big trucker vibes? Harry Gant.
Yep.
Ken Schrader.
Ken Schrader is a good one.
Would be a good
Ken
one.
Schrader looks like a trucker, dude.
Jerry Reed.
Jerry Reed.
He'd be a good one.
Honestly, I think Todd Bodine fits the bill pretty well.
Absolutely.
The Onion.
Through and through.
Ron Hornaday.
Yeah. Ron Hornaday.
Mike Skinner.
I'm trying to think of like that era of guys who just they look the part. Richard Petty, honestly.
Yeah.
Kyle Petty too.
Yeah.
Like this is just like horribly like stereotyping them for their looks as far as whether or not they could drive a big rig.
Ernie Irvin. Ernie Irvin would be a good one.
1993 Jeff Gordon with the mustache.
Fair. Very fair. Let's see.
Tyler Reddick 2022 with the horrible mustache that went like this.
Yep. Chase Elliott too with the handlebar.
Oh God.
Boris said.
Yeah.
Greg Biffle.
Dude, the comments have been popping off about this, and I wasn't even paying any attention. Jeff Bodine.
Yep.
Yeah, Jimmy Spencer.
Jimmy
Spencer.
Yep.
Neil Bonnet.
Oh yeah, Ward Burton.
Jimmy Spencer looks like a Swift driver.
Morgan Shepherd.
DJ. See, I feel like Dell's a little too clean, right?
Oh.
Like he's like the supervisor. He's like the dispatch.
Dick Trickle will be a great one.
Dick Trickle is solid. Dell Sr. would wreck the other truckers. Hey, we're coming up on 2 to go. Ryan Newman has the lead, being pushed by Dale Earnhardt Jr. We have Carl Edwards back in 6th, being pushed by some new kid in the series.
Oh, driving that 09 car. Is that who you're talking about?
Junior Johnson. Why did nobody name Junior Johnson?
That would be a good one.
I got Junior over here just giving big trucker vibes.
Hey, Cody, what's interesting is that's a Hendrick car running second. That's a Hendrick-related car leading the race. That's a Hendrick-related car pushing. Kyle Edwards white flag this time.
And fun fact, that 09 car was Jeff Gordon's Daytona 500 backup.
What?
Was it?
Huh.
Interesting.
That is
yeah, we have less than 1 lap to go before the episode ends. So if you haven't yet, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Dude, I'm getting sad again. Where's
They're
my
in
car?
the draft of Edwards and Keselowski. He's all over you now, just you and him. Carl Edwards was running in 8th.
Dude, Carl's gonna win, bro. Carl's gonna win.
Hook to the back of that 99. It's going to be hard to get on. It's going to be close right here at the line. Keselowski try to win it. I don't know if he's there.
You're going to wait till the trouble. You're going to wait till the left side. There he goes to the inside.
The outside. No. Oh, and that destroys the front end of Newman's car again.
Edwards will not make it to the flag. Brad Keselowski won this race.
Unbelievable.
This is pain, dude.
And Junior's protege gets a win.
The winner, and Carl Edwards is moving around, ready to climb out. Wait. We had to stay for this here in just a sec. You'll see what.
God, imagine if Lionel tried to make a checkers or wreckers of that.
Shades of Talladega Nights coming up right here.
Classic moment.
Not sure where Carl's going. I think maybe he thinks he run across the start-finish line. That'll count. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's like a marathon runner. I want to finish the race, and he did to a standing ovation through the crowd.
And watch Kyle Busch turn the 09 car.
Yes.
Watch it. Watch.
Oh, Kyle Busch didn't see him up there. Everyone's gonna say Kyle Busch spun the winner out of the race, but I beg the pardon with you.
From now, yeah, Dalton, why did we get copyrighted that last time we were playing NASCAR stuff when you could have just commented on it yourself?
That's fair.
So there is a question before we wrap things up. Who wins a race among the LTC boys? And let's go on and set the definition of the race as being a Cup Series race at Bristol.
Me.
Parv is out. Parv's hitting the wall because he cannot hold a line. Dalton, we still need to let you play NASCAR Heat with Parv at some point.
Well, come on. This offseason, we're doing a stream.
I don't want to be seated, but
Cody, this offseason we are doing a stream.
For sure, yes. I'd like to do them all the time.
I don't want to be conceited, but I think I'm taking that one home. If it's at Bristol.
I think y'all are underestimating my ass.
I think that you've
Are we all just picking ourselves?
Well, okay. I feel like that's what's going to happen. We're competitive as shit.
So what that does is that's going to leave Colby as the tiebreaker. Colby, who wins a race between... Oh, you're voting for yourself.
Shit.
Okay.
We'll
So here we are. Yeah.
We're going to settle this.
Jacob, no way you would win.
Cooper
for sure. He wrecks all of you for no reason.
If he can catch me.
Cooper votes for Jacob. Dalton blows up. Parv is at DNS, and Cooper beats me to the lawn.
Cody's great at road courses. He whips my ass at road courses.
Now, yeah, I think if we were at the Roval, I think I'm
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not good. I'm not good at road trips.
I'm good at Bristol. That's the one track that
I'm good at Bristol Dirt.
Homestead's my favorite.
Homestead's a fun track.
I love Atlanta. Old Atlanta layout. On
Oh
NASCAR
my God.
Heat. Dude,
No.
I fly.
Actually, no. Dover.
Dalton, do you think that you could beat me or Jacob in NASCAR Heat?
Yeah, let's bring it on, bitch.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're fucked, bro.
Yeah.
I'll join in.
Yeah. Do you have a PlayStation?
I do.
I can. My friend's got one. Sometimes.
Let's go. Yeah. We should do just like a big stream for it one day.
I had to unplug it a bit to move my computer over here so I can do rowdy reactions. And I don't know where to plug it in. I literally have nowhere else to. Like it's, you see that little thing right there, that little desk?
Yeah.
It's literally right down there.
Beautiful.
We're gonna settle it.
We need a
500
NASCAR
laps.
League Heat for. We do. That would be fun.
I
The
still
LTC
need to buy.
League?
I still need to buy the PlayStation Plus so that we can do it.
Well, here's the deal. All of us are full 500 laps at Bristol.
Full 500? Oh my
I've
God!
done it before. I've done it before. I'm saying full.
I remember when
500.
you did it.
Yeah, I called you. We were
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah. Heat 5 on place. Yeah, that's where we would all play. Yeah, so maybe the LTC NASCAR Heat League might be coming soon.
The
That might be
LTC
what we. Go
The
ahead.
69 Mega 500.
Yeah, there's no other name for it. Yeah, they already sponsored the race. Surprise. Jacob is unbeatable. Cody and I run each other back and forth. Parv is hot ass. What about Dalton? Okay, so anyway, I think we can wrap it up now. I don't know what's gonna play behind me. I'm terrified.
69 Mega.
Yeah, that's sad. Pain.
Watch Greg Biffle just come in about T-bone his ass right there.
Dude, look at my shirt and my hat and the image on the TV.
That's it. Don't go below the yellow. That's literally what his spotter said. Damn.
Pain. So anyway,
Not as much
This has
pain as
been-
that, not as much pain as that girl that broke her jaw in that one.
oh yeah, but did you know for the next race at Talladega, Carl put her up in a suite?
Good for him.
Yep, fun fact. But I guess it's that time, ladies and gentlemen. This has been another episode of the LTC, straight out of East Tennessee. As always, it's me, Cody, your host with the most.
It's me, JKL.
It's me, a Cowboys fan who doesn't give any kind of fucks.
It's me, the last Arca fan.
Plug all of your stuff, Colby.
Yes, you guys can follow me on Twitter at Startin' Park Car on there, and you guys can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Exact same name. We just hit 500 subs, and we're trying to get to 1,000. So I appreciate the support, and yeah, it'd be much appreciated. And thanks for these guys to come on, and hopefully it'll be back on it before the season ends.
Yeah, no, thank you for coming on. Always fun having you on. I think our conversations are incredible when you're on. It's just fun. You have a lot of insight that we don't necessarily have when it comes to the lower racing series. I don't think it's a surprise to anybody that we're definitely much more of a Cup Series podcast.
That's fine.
I mean, we started and we covered all three equally, and it got to be a whole lot trying to just keep up with all three. Like
it's a lot.
Yeah, it's rough. And I mean, we of course we brush on anything big that happens. Our rule, and I believe you will respect this. Our rule is if we don't know about it, we don't talk about it. So it would be foolish of us to start talking about ARCA and condemning ARCA without having any idea. It's all about integrity here in the Colt. We might be silly and goofy and complete and utter dumbasses, but we at least try to be like reputable. You know, that's our number one rule. So love having you on, all of the insight that you provide.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I guess there's only one way for us to go out. Dalton, you care to do the honors?
Y'all want a concert? Fine, I'll give you a concert. Cody, mute the music. Every race that I watch is a headache. I watch Kyle race and it ends in heartbreak. I see no reason to watch all his mistakes. I'm better off alone, beating off.
Can we get the whiskey song? This is what the people are here for.
Oh shit. If I can find it. Can you hear it? I wasted a paycheck on whiskey and long necks ever since you left trying to figure this out. That guy been drinking, has been wasting on thinking. Now I got a new reason for throwing them down. Light them up, pour them tall. Here's to us happily ever after all. Ain't gonna waste one more night, Mr. Wanting you back. No, I ain't gonna cry another tear in his rowdy. Didn't waste any time finding somebody new, so I ain't gonna waste another drop of whiskey on you. Fuck you, Toyota.
That was incredible. That was absolutely incredible, my boy. There's no other way to.
I don't have any words.
Speechless. Yeah. All right, we'll go out with this one. It's only right. Hey, thank you all for the love and support as always. We do appreciate you. The Colt's incredible. Growth is incredible. Lots of hype right now. Yeah. God bless. Godspeed. Thank you, Christopher. See you next week, buddy. Hopefully we have an exciting week.
Thanks for joining the cult.
LTC.
Yeah.
I keep messing up. Hold on. I'm trying to be cool here. Okay. Bye.
Hey, go. Who's back, Pars? Who's back? Hey, the whole podcast is gonna own it. Oh, I'm owning it.